All right. Good morning, everybody. If you can hear me, hit that number 1, please. One. Jim, Evil, Matt, Garrett, Hoover, Philly. Very good. Very good. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Ty. Quality okay. I am on my in-laws' internet, and we are at we. It's a testament, I suppose, to technology. We do not have a whole lot of upload speed, but I think it's working. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of light today. We're in a professional studio. Anyways, okay. Well, very quickly before I get started, first up, I got to remember to look up, not down. Usually the camera's there. Now the camera's right there. But for those of you that watch this in the archive, first off, thank you very much. But to be very upfront with you, if you want to have something to continue to watch, then this is totally viewer supported. And you can use code CLAY, all caps, with any of these prop firms to help support the stream. I recommend Take Profit Trader, but I realize everybody's different moments in their journey. So any of these that you use, whatever the promotion is, code CLAY, we'll apply that to you, and you will get the discount. You'll save yourself some money. You'll help support the stream, and it's a win-win for everybody. So for everybody that has used it, thank you very much. It does make a genuine difference. All right. All right. Well, welcome everybody. It is Friday, June 12th. The year is 2026, and whoop-oh. The warning the stream. Okay, can I get confirmation? I have a warning message over here on. Does the stream still look good visually? The stream's current bit rate is lower than the recommended bit rate. How does it still look good to everybody or no? It does look good, looks good. Brett. Okay, it's fine. Okay. I'm about to say something, and I know we have a lot of joking around that occurs here, but this is not a joke. About an hour ago, I was bit by a bat. So right now I'm wondering, do I have rabies? I don't know, but I was bit by a bat an hour ago. We got to Michigan. We arrived here at about 1:30 a.m. Eastern. And then at about 5 a.m. Eastern, a bat was flying around the room my wife and I were in, and then we trapped it in the office where I am right now. And then, I was poking in. I'm like, all right, well, me and my father-in-law were like, okay, the bat probably hit it itself. It just wants to get out of here. So, go ahead. And so I was, all right, I'll work. And then my mother-in-law was like, well, why don't you take the screen out of the window? And that way, if, the bat does all of a sudden come out of its hiding, it's got an exit. It can get out. And I'm like, oh, that's a good idea. So as I'm taking the screen out, it all happened so quick. I thought I heard something, and then, oh, what was that? And I looked down, my fingers got a little bit of blood, and I'm looking. I look back towards the door, and there the bat is just laying on the ground. So we do have the bat, which is good. We'll have it'll be sent off for testing. So, okay, this is where we now see what. So we've already talked to the medical experts. Now we get to see what your guys' opinions are here. So, but we were told because I was bit on a finger, it's an extremity. Rabies moves slow anyways. So in the rare chance the bat actually has it, there's time. So in other words, and then looking at the statistics, the odds are highly in my favor that the bat does not have rabies. But you never know. So the good news is that we have it so we can get it tested. Jim, I can't deal with this stuff. I literally just told this story and he says that. So we're going to send Jim on a little VIP trip here. So if I start to talk with a deep voice and I'm Batman, you guys are going to know exactly what's going on. So yeah. That is how my morning went. Overall, it's been fine, I guess, numbers wise. But did I ever think, what was it on my bingo card that I'd be waking up this morning telling everybody that I got bit by a bat? No. That was not on my bingo card. And then what did I see? I saw something that I don't know whether to shake my head and where was that? Oh yeah, this right here. Oh yeah. The chance of a bat carrying rabies is about 1 in 200. And the odds of a person being bitten by a bat is like 1 in several million. Should I go buy a lottery ticket? I mean, this might be the time to go get myself a lottery ticket. It's crazy. All right. Well, another wild day. SpaceX IPO. Okay, we should take some sort of poll. Like how many people do you think are going to show up and be like, "Are you trading SpaceX? Did you trade SpaceX? Are you watching SpaceX?" It's going to have to be like, what's the over under on this? 0.5% are pretty good odds. Yeah, like I said, let me put it this way. I'm not going to start to get poked with a bunch of stuff when the odds are significantly in my favor. Yeah, I understand that. What I'm saying is the time in which it will take to test the bat is still well within the range of when anything would really start to show up in me. So that's why they're not. Now it sounds like maybe if I was bitten like the neck or something, maybe that's a different story. But since it was an extremity, my finger, it's like okay. Yeah, it's dead. I don't know if I killed it. Like, I'm not sure if, like, when I got it, I chucked it across the room and, like, I don't know. It all happened so fast. I don't, to be fair, maybe this is just me coping, but I was putzing around with, like, the blinds and stuff. So I'm like, I don't know. Did I pinch myself? Is that what caught it? But, I mean, there was definitely some blood. So I don't think it was that. But yeah, if I have to, maybe just cut the finger off. I'm pretty sure it takes weeks. Yeah, yeah. Like I said, the research I did online, and then the person. I mean, it's my wife and mother-in-law that are really kind of worried. As soon as my father-in-law heard the plan, I'm like, all right, I did the research. I'm playing the stats here. I'm not going to go start to get all these shots or, a shot. Especially when if we didn't have the bat, then that gets a little more squirrely. Gets a little bit more squirrely, but like we have the bat. So we have the bat. So let's just get it tested and then we'll cross, that bridge. I mean, I guess it's a good thing. I suppose it's a good thing that my wife and mother-in-law are worried. Because if they weren't, it'd be like, wait a second. What's going on here? Was the bat foaming at the mouth? Yeah, I can't quite say. I did not look at the mat. Did not look at the mouth. I did some, part of my research was like, whoa, what time is it? Okay, all right. Okay. Was thinking about a short here up into these moving averages, but okay. What's oil doing? Oil coming down, so this might be Iran. I guess we can just pull up oil right here. So oil dumping. So this looks like it's some kind of Iranian news. Hey, good morning, rookie. Well, how are all your days going? I'm sorry. I'm just talking about the bat bite. I mean, what about your day? Who else give me a 5 if you were also bit by a bat. I might be the only person that okay. Maybe. I'm going to throw it out there as a possibility. I bet I'm the only person within the last hour within the United States that has been bit by a bat. I'm going to throw that out there right now. I think there's a chance. Yeah, the drive was pretty good. We stayed behind the storms, which is why we got in so late because we couldn't leave because we wanted to make sure that the storms were staying ahead of us. But yeah. I'm about to start saying I'm Batman. I don't know what I did to deserve it. I don't know. I was just trying to get the screen out of the window to help the thing out. It's crazy. So yeah, that was what was that? Just a mere 150 point spike there, and we're still going maybe. So did either Trump tweeted something here, or we should be seeing something on Twitter here, basically now. Balloon eval that renews next week. Calculated. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Iran Force Minister says Mo. Says that Mo U? Is that a typo, or am I supposed to know what Mo U is? What's that mean? Did the IPO start? I thought it was supposed to start at noon, which probably means it starts at like 1. Memorandum of understand. So okay, let me read that now that I know that. Iron Force Minister has never been closer to. Has never been closer to what? I'm assuming being signed? What's the rest of that statement? Hey, good morning, Timbo. It's so weird. The internet speed here, I'm getting like 50 what was it? 53 down, 11 up. Ping of 16, which I think is pretty good. Or what is that? No, I'm sorry. Idle latency. Oh, okay. Never mind. I'm not even going to act like, but yeah. It's surprisingly quick. Okay, I'm going to try a short up there. Short at the red line. It's been rejected from this area a few times before. I'm in. Out there for a little scalpy scalp. Little scalpy scalp. Bless the in-laws internet. Still got enough power for the scalpy scalp. I'm in Michigan. Why I'm in Michigan? Because my niece is getting married today. So that is why the new backdrop. Why the new setup. Contract roller coming up right. I don't know. Is it about time to change contracts? Usually Tradeovate will tell, or at least tells me. I don't even know if that's a setting I have. I think it's default where it'll tell me, hey, do you want to roll the contracts because these next contracts have more volume now? And 40 minutes is in line with our responsible and transparent approach. All right. Love to see it here on oil. Love to see it. Quality still looked good, everybody? Can hear me fine. It looks fine. Does it look the same as when I'm in the home office on fiber? I am still a little paranoid that like it's just crazy that 11 upload speed can still work. Clean, good. All right, cool. There is, if I remember last time I was doing this, it was for a week straight. I think there was a couple days where so if I disappear, just give me like 5 minutes. Odds are it's just the internet. I know the internet sometimes cuts out. So just give it a little bit of time. Either that or I died of rabies. One of the two. Either it was the internet and just give me a couple minutes, else it was the rabies that kicked in. Had to click the live button 3 times already. Is that my internet or is that yours? What would cause you to have to do that? Or is that just a YouTube thing? Or dysentery? Yeah, you never know. I'm Batman. How's the day going? A unique day. A unique day. I got bit by a bat, so there's that. But other than that, it's pretty normal. Other than getting bit by a bat, pretty normal. It could be any of the 3. Well, I am not hearing any of the other reports. What do you mean, what? You heard me. I got bit by a bat. No. Whatever finger this is. Which one's? Ring. Ring finger on my right hand. All right, maybe another short here. We're approaching the overnight high. Yeah, pretty much, rookie. I would assume your buddy they didn't have the bat. I would say I'm in a more of a unique case from my understanding because we have the bat. So the bat can go and get tested. But yeah, if you get bit by a bat and you don't have it to get tested, I think that's where, yeah, you probably get shots just to err on the side of caution. So thankfully, if there's a silver lining in the situation, we have the bat. I don't know. It was I still don't know if it was a bat bite or a pinch. I think it's too much of a coincidence, but there is that possibility that I was trying to do some stuff where there's some things where there is a potential pinch hazard. So I don't know. Let me put it this way. It felt like I got pinched, but the pinch did have some blood. Okay, here we go. We are at the overnight high. All I know is that if you're gonna bite as a bat, if you're gonna bite a baboon, you're not gonna survive. Don't bite a baboon. Yeah. I mean, even the statistics, like even if I didn't have the bat, I probably would because my wife and my mother-in-law would, but I'd be like as a kind of a numbers guy, looking at the stats, I'm like, yeah, the stats seem very, very highly in my favor. That bat does not have rabies. Okay, we are at the overnight high. Man, oil just continuing to drop. Not that I'm complaining, but I guess I get 49. Yeah, that's still like again, another volatile day. So careful of position size. You may be looking at something on the chart and say, oh, that's a small little distance, and that small little distance could still be 30, 40 points. Crappy part though is that so we drop it off at an animal shelter, animal shelter, and then they send it to Lansing, the capital, and then that's where we'll do the test. But because it's Friday, won't get results till Monday. But even then, she's like, yeah, but because it was in a finger, because rabies moves slow, there's even with that. So that's the only thing. Now I have to go through the entire weekend wondering, does the bat have rabies? Does this hurt the bat? Does what hurt? Well, the bat is dead, so. Well, there it is. Well, if you actually had the stomach to take that short, well done. I'm taking it short though if it comes back up. Yeah, risk on that is what is that? 20, 24 points? With slippage, I don't know, call it 26, 27 points. Again, not a huge distance on the chart, but that's still about 24 points. Yeah, the bat is well, yeah, I suppose I could request the shot just to like be extra cautious. But given we have the bat and they're going to test it, and given they're not worried about it, I'm not gonna start to get myself poked with all this sort of stuff. Correct. Yeah, they test. Yeah, so we were told because the place doesn't open up till 1, so they're like, put it in the fridge for right now. For that reason, Hoover, because they test the brain. So they want the brain as fresh as possible. All right, I'm looking to get short at that red line if it can get up there. Go up a little bit higher. There we go. I do not like needles, so yeah, I'm gonna try to avoid the shot. Okay, here we go. Maybe if that red line turns blue, I'm in. I'm in. And it is seemingly cruising very easily up right now. Without a care in the world. Wow. Come on. Come down. Hit that first target. Maybe I got a chance. Not looking great. But we'll see if it can work out. Come on. All right, I want this to be at least a small winner at this point. Come on, hit that first target. Thank you. Come on, hit that second target. Ooh, this is rough. I got to get used to my keyboard. All right, I'm out. Yeah, so with the laptop, it just I only have the numbers across the top. Usually I have the number key over here, so when that happens, I can come over here, boom. But now I'm like, oh, it's just that's a weird dynamic. All right, so I can't tell. I think I only got the one target hit, right? Only one target hit, but there we go. One target hit, and then it came back up to stop me out, but I'll take it. Oil 5 minutes got a bit of a hammer candle here, so I don't know if oil's getting ready to bounce, but it didn't attack you, so that's good. A rabid animal will be attacking. Yeah, and I also, like, in my research, if it's got rabies, like, bats more than likely cannot fly, or they fly pretty sketchy. And, I mean, seeing it fly in our room last night, I mean, it seemed like a normal bat kind of flying, swooping back and forth. So, yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I think just because the camera that the camera I use at home is relatively old, but this is a newer laptop, so I think the camera is just that much more solid. Not to mention the lighting here. I have like natural light right here, which does remind me. How does it look lighting wise? Because this is when I think about it. When I get my new office at the homestead, there will be windows. So I don't even know if I'll need to like set up lighting per se, because I think I can just. Well, it's a sunny day, though. I don't know. It's a sunny day, so maybe if it's overcast, it won't work as well, but looks a lot better. The lighting does, or the camera quality? Yeah. You look like you're in a cave at home. Well, I mean, it's actually a van down by the river. Both? All right. All right, maybe another short here. This overnight high, it's giving problems right now. I'm going to try a short there. Wants to come down. That red line turns blue, I'm short. Again, if that red line turns blue, I am in. Too much. Yeah, exactly. Now you guys really get to see the beauty. Right, I'm going to go ahead and cancel that one out. It's right now it is seeming, in my mind, turned into a 50-50 trade, coin flip, and I don't like coin flips. I wonder if the Bats family is still waiting for him. Yeah. They're going to be disappointed. Okay, if it pops back up, pop back up, go back up, go back up. Thinking about maybe a fake breakout here. Potential acute triangle inbound. I don't know what the acute triangle is. I've heard of ascending triangles, descending triangles. Never heard of the acute. Like, I know what an acute angle is. Don't get me wrong, but dedicated going live still. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I figured just like if I place myself strictly in the business component, like this is a day where I definitely from a live stream standpoint should be or from a business should be streaming, because I'm thinking that there's gonna be a lot of people online with this whole SpaceX IPO thing. So maybe we can get our hands on some of them and be like, listen, don't day trade stocks. I know you think that SpaceX is crazy and moves great, but let me show you futures, and futures are going to make that look like paint drying. Bats are indeed good. Yeah, I don't have anything against bats. They're good for eating mosquitoes. I don't like mosquitoes. Oh, that's right, Connor. Good call. Good call. That's right. That's right. She did say that. You look more sinister. Well, you better watch out then. Okay, hammer candle did not really get any follow through at all on oil 5 minute. Yeah, that's the rabies kicking in. Man, we are putzing around here. I might try another short. When a bat is dive, yeah, I didn't know how to handle it last night. Like, I had my pillow and I did take a swing at it, but like eventually my wife and I, we just pulled the covers up over us and we're like, I've never experienced, like, what is the protocol here, right? Like, if it's a bumblebee, just leave the thing alone. If it's a wasp, kind of grab the wasp spray. I listened to a pre-opening market live stream today. Way too much terminology. Ooh, I like that. Can I take that term? Terminology flexing. That's exactly what it is. I like the way you summarize that. Yes, terminology. Would you mind if I use that moving forward from time to time, Freedom? That's a good way of summarizing that. Terminology flexing. Exactly. There were no screams. It was just, it was almost like a weird dream. Like, is there really a bat flying around right now? Thank you, Freedom. All right. Now I'm starting to get maybe dented thinking, are we, well, maybe that's a rising wedge, kind of, sorta. I'm not sure that's a very convincing one. I just saw the bat. That's right. Am I really about to go long here? It just seems like it wants to make a push up through, but I don't know. Well, what was that? 76. Oh, no. That would, plenty for a scalpy scalp there. That and horizontal velocity have been permanently added to my vocabulary. Thank you. Horizontal velocity. I don't know if I've heard of horizontal velocity before. Have ever tried other trading analysis strategies? Well, yeah, I've tried a lot of stuff. That's. But Bobo, be very careful. You're starting to give me the vibes that you think trading is like going to Walmart and then just picking a strategy off a shelf. That's not how this works. There is no one-size-fits-all strategy. There are general frameworks, yes, but yeah, it's not like, well, have you tried this strategy or that strategy? Well, I mean, kind of, but like not in the way that you might be meaning it. Well, congrats to anybody that took that long. We're like, Clay, man, I agree with you, but I disagree about not taking the entry. That looks like a good buy. I agree. But because I'm an independent thinker, I'm buying. Good on you. Ooh. No, we're getting a bit of a shaky candle. These stops are so wide. I got to go with 2. Okay, I'm short. Love the candle here. To me, this suggests possible fake breakout. But let's see what happens. Got close for a second there. My first target right there. Yeah. Yeah, 2 micros is... could be considered aggressive on a day like today. Are you serious? Oh, that was a big truck. All right, I'm out. Doggone it. Well, props to you, market. You suckered me in with that candle. All right. Let's see what else we can find here. Yeah, that one would have worked out fine as a fade. I don't know if it's a clay fade day yet, though. That was a clay fade trade, but I don't know if it's a clay fade day yet. That was I think I'm 2 for 3 now. So I'm not willing to concede yet. Hey, if you want to make money, do the opposite of me. I don't know if it's... It could turn into that. It could turn into a clay fade day. But as of now... currently looking at the turbo mean reversion catastrophe to play the Tots goal. Yeah, James, I looked into that one too. I like the Philadelphia pivot point strategy better, though. All right, there's got to be some sort of rising wedge here, right? We have the lower tread line. Okay, we have that tread line. That seems to put us in play for a rising wedge, but what about the upper? Is that going to throw it off? That does throw it off. What happens if I just skip over that? Does that help us out some? Ooh, Doc Soul. Okay. Maybe a rising wedge right here. I'm going to play a rejection of the upper part of this rising wedge. I'm in short. Come on, rising wedge. All right, there we go. At the upper part of the trot line. Now push it back down. Get down there. Get down there. Should I just be taking scalps on these? That was pretty nicely in my favor. Let's do this instead. I'm going to put my first target down there, but then I'll get my stop right here now. So now it either goes or it takes me out for a small green trade, but this will be a green trade. So I'm going to just go for a little bit more on this first target. But let's see it really start to come down here now. Come on. This will be green, though. Come on. Keep coming down. Keep coming down. Go, go, go. Move my stop down a little bit more. Thank you, rising wedge. Uh-oh. Okay. That it. Sorry, one of my charts off screen. I mean, if you use trade of it, you know what I mean. It logged out and back in again, but given I'm on not the greatest of internet, I wasn't sure if it was, but yeah, doesn't look like it was an internet issue. Clay, don't go short. Why would you tell me that? You don't want me to make money, Sensei? What's up? Why did you tell me that? Why did you tell me something? Why don't you want me to make money, Sensei? Please explain yourself. I'm curious. What did I do to you that would cause you to make me not want, for you not want me to make money? Well, that's it for me. Have to go repair a fence. All right. See you later, Hoover. He's long. I don't know. I'm waiting for his answer. Dude literally said, Clay, don't go short. He didn't want me to make money. Okay, maybe another short here as we're continuing to putz around the upper part of this rising wedge pattern. Dude, where'd he go? Sensei, where'd you go? It's crazy. He's waiting for it to play how he can tell you. That's true. He's waiting for it to all come out to fruition. SpaceX quotes should be released soon. Yeah, I heard it was supposed to start at noon. But will it actually start at noon? Probably not. I want to say it was Twitter's. Like Twitter's IPO, I could have. I just remember one of the IPOs that was super hyped. It took forever. Like it was so late from when the time they said it was going to start. Hey, good morning, Homer. Is news trading against the rules in TPT? Only certain releases, but even those releases, it's only 3 minutes that you can't trade. You can't be in the trade 1 minute before the news, during the news, or 1 minute after. And then after that, you can go back to trading. Does the IPO affect the market today? I'd assume so. Hey, good morning, JJ. Man, it's people like Sensei. It's just so sad. Why do people got to be cowards like that? Okay, I'm going to try a short here. Again, looking for a rejection off this upper trend line here. It's rejected here several times before. Only want to get short, though, at the red line. That's right. Facebook had all kinds of issues. That's right. I remember that now. Loving that. Yeah. I'm not complaining about oil getting dumped on. Not one bit. Again, looking for a short at the red line. If that red line turns blue, I'm in. I know. The beard is, Brad, the beard is not even a year old yet. So yes, for the vast majority of my life and the vast majority of the YouTube channel, there is no beard. Hey, Dean, good to see you. Dean, who does not own a shovel, and I mean that as a good thing. Dean set a good example for everybody yesterday. Showed up, had was just he misunderstood what was going on, but he quickly was like, okay, sorry, that's on me. I misunderstood. And then it was water under the bridge. There was no mental gymnastics, which caused him to dig a hole. He even started to dig. Small little hole. But then he did not keep digging. Like, if you've been around the live, well, probably any live stream, right? Some people's inability to just be like, all right, yeah, I misunderstood. That's on me is shocking. Did you forget I did. I did forget the glasses at home. I guess I didn't necessarily forget them. They said, do you want us to pack these? Or did you remember them? I was like, well, I'm only going to be live streaming just today. So my eyes will be okay. But yeah, I am flying home on Sunday. And my family will stay for another week. But with the house build underway, we want to keep eyes on the site and everything like that. So I will be flying home on Sunday. I don't know if Jimbo's still here, but Jimbo in the chat will be picking me up from the airport. Nice guy. Helping me out. So yeah, this will be... So anyways, no glasses just because I should be able to withstand the blue light or whatever that is. All right, is this finally going to let go or am I about to get suckered in again? Or does this thing just keep on grinding until the IPO? I don't know. Are you taking the Clay Trader PJ? No. I have a secret tunnel I travel in. Elon Musk made it for me. I take the tunnel mobile. Hopefully, yeah, I'm sure he's going to make me have to, have some soy milk or something. He's probably going to want to take me out for tofu. Maybe I'm just idiot. I guess I am just an idiot here. Just get long, apparently. But it's so scary the way it's just hovering the upper part of this rising wedge, which is a bearish pattern. And the rising wedge has delivered in the sense of smacking it down for scalps, but has not delivered in the sense of just flat out, rejecting it. Okay. If this pops up and hits that yellow or white line, I'm throwing an order right here. Come on. No, up first. No. Okay. So I guess I'm supposed to just buy this pullback now, since every pullback right now is just going right up. No, I can't afford steak. Can't afford beef is too beef is like gold. If you're eating beef, you might as well just be throwing gold bars in your mouth. No can only buy steak when sale. Yeah, exactly, Jimmy. You want to crack some walnuts, look at beef prices. I might try along here just because I know I'm going against the rising wedge, but I don't know. This thing seems like it only wants to go up. Although those are, famous last words. All right, I'm done. This thing only goes up. I'm going to finally buy. And then then it drops, right? I think we've all been there. I know, I'm totally not a real trader unless you're eating the filet mignons and the, what is that, Wagyu? What makes Wagyu so special, by the way? Gold short? Oh, my. Yeah, I could see somebody being a little bit bearish on gold right now. The fat content? Buy, go, long, break. What? Buy, go, long, break. Baller, brother. I have no idea. What are you talking about? If you just give some numbers, brother, I think I'll understand you way better. Head in Japan, they massage the cows to improve meat quality. Really? Interesting. The fat literally melts when you cook it, makes it really juicy and tender. Gotcha. Huh. All right, I'm probably going to regret this because I am totally playing a rising wedge bullish here. Elon doesn't like anyone that shorts. Don't kill the messenger. Okay. Okay. Noted. I'll keep that in mind, Booger. Elon Musk doesn't like anyone that shorts. Okay. I guess that means that Elon Musk does not like the vast majority of us on the live stream. Although I argue shorts are let me put it this way. A short is a loyal buyer. A short is a guaranteed buyer. I'm just going to put that out there. If you are short something, you are a guaranteed buyer. Whereas if you go long something, you have no loyalty. You're a guaranteed seller. I'll say that again. If you went long a stock or long anything, you are a guaranteed seller. The only way you can make money is you've got to sell. But as a short, they're a guaranteed buyer. How about them apples? How about that, Elon? You ever consider that, Elon? Those guaranteed buyers sure did help Tesla over the years. You had some big babooms upwards because of those guaranteed buyers, Mr. Musk. I thought it was 12 was noon Eastern, Chris. So I don't think it's any second, but all right, the rising wedge finally starting to kick in here. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that line. I will be Doxol. Yeah, I'm going to try it long right here. There we go. We have the overnight high and the 21 EMA, both of you right there at the same level. Does that guarantee a bounce? No, no guarantees, but is that an area where I'm going to be willing to take a swing at? Yes. Hey, Ace. Going to try along at 686. All right. So you are long, I believe. Oh, I don't know. Or did you not get filled? Man, it got close. I don't know if it filled you or not, but it got close. Okay, here we go. Maybe. If that green line turns blue, I'm in. The rising wedge finally did kick in. Took a while, but it kicked in, and again, that's why I'm glad. I was thinking about it. I'm like, I'm about to go long in a rising wedge. Glad I didn't do that. Sure, I wish I would have went short, but at least not going long. I'll consider that like a little miniature victory. Did gold roll over? Yes, it did. All right, I am currently trying to get long at this green line, trying to buy this pullback. People tell me to trade the trend. I'm like, okay. Trading the trend, it's going up. Trying to just buy the pullback within the overall uptrend. You gonna come down or not, brother? Watch it now, dump. Okay, here we go, maybe. Maybe? Oh, come on. Yeah, how come nobody's talking? Hello, is the chat broken? It could be. I am on sketchy internet. Maybe the chat is a little broken. Is the chat broken or what's going on here? Hello? Okay, I'm long. I'll take that, Scalpy Scalp. Nice. All right, I guess people are just a little more quiet today. All right, people are just a little more quiet. Oh, my goodness. Nailed it. Did not nail the exit, though. That was, Wow, Scalpy Scalp was a very poor decision. Well, hey, congrats to any of you that were like, Clay, I agree with that as an entry point, but because I'm an independent thinker, I disagree to Scalpy Scalp that. I'm going to let that thing cook. If that was you, well done. I'm going to try it again down there if it goes. I'll try it again. That was crazy. My trade of 8 froze. Hit sell bond limit. Hey, there you go, Johnny. You got in? Where'd you get in at, Charles? I'm going to try to get back in. Yeah, I got a haircut Tuesday or Wednesday. Tuesday or Wednesday, yep. The action is weird today. Think so? I'd say it's been pretty normal relative to the past few days. Okay, here we go. Might be getting another long here. Trying again. Let's see if we can get another bounce off this area. Green line is my entry. Or my attempted entry, I should say, at this point. If that green line turns blue, I'm in. No! Oh! Doggone it. I'm getting a little worried now. Is this going to be some sort of... Yeah, I got to go down here now. There's my new buy. Oh, I'm so tempted, though. So tempted. I don't want to do it, though. The 5-minute candle's got me a little worried. As of now, glad I didn't, but I would have withstood that, so I'd still potentially be in. It's trying to hold here. Hey, W4. Got a couple of flip trades last night. Do you have another test account going, W4? You got another test underway now? Because if I remember right, yesterday you were going to do the racehorse model. So did you fire up another test yet? Did you get another horse in training? All right, going for a long at the green line. Yeah, the lighting is way different. You guys can actually see the background. Okay, here we go, maybe. Clay, your eyes were blue. My eyes are indeed blue. Wow, this camera is real spicy. People are being able to tell my eye color. That's crazy. Gotcha, W4. Whatever you do, I would highly suggest you consider not activating the pro right away, W4. Get another minimum one more test pass. Do a proof of concept. Let's make sure that you truly are in you seem to be in a groove with your futures trading. But let's just make sure. Get another account pass. Let's make sure you are actually in a groove. The more shorts, the better, because you have to be a buyer later. Correct. Yeah, some people may not have gotten what I was saying about a short being a guaranteed buyer. When shorts enter into a stock, the only way they can exit, the only way they can realize any gains are they have to buy. So like shorts literally are guaranteed buyers. Oh, I still do boot. I still build for Boogie. Like, and that's the other thing. We're like, well, what strategy do I use? I'm like, well, I kind of do lots of strategies. Like right now, I don't know what do you want to call this? A pullback strategy? I'm a pullback strategy. I'll do breakouts. I'll play rising wedges. I'll play patterns. Was it yesterday? I took a bull flag breakout. I'll build position size. A lot of people operate under like the false dilemma fallacy of like, you either do this or this. You're either that or this. It's like, well, you can be and you can be this and this and this. Hey, Elevated. Hey, the Jays. Right, that's what I mean, Kainoa. You got to just base hits right now. Well, it's not a new camera. It's just a new location. I'm on my laptop right now, which has apparently a really good camera compared to the one I usually use. But once I get to the new office at the homestead, I'll be inquiring from all you camera geeks, like, what's a good camera? All right, here we go, maybe. Trying to get long at the green line. Ooh, that's not bad. The Bladesmith, that sounds pretty legit. No agree. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just hoping I can make it through this without a migraine popping up. All right, here we go. Maybe, kind of, sorta. Oh, I am long. And getting... There was also the 21 EMA here on the 5-minute, which I would find very surprising if it like doesn't care about that at all. Come on. What made you change from options to... Oh, options are just pure and utter garbage compared to futures. Come on. Come on. The big reason being there's no theta. Theta is the devil. And not only do futures move better than options anyways, but even if they move the same, the mere fact that futures contracts do not have theta, I mean, right then and there, that just makes them way better. And then you put in futures through a prop firm and things get even better. The math becomes even more friendly, more efficient. Come on, are you going to bounce or not? Guess not. I'm going to buy some more right there if it comes back up. Or is this just going to be a slow bleed down into oblivion? I really don't want to stop up above that area, but... Oh, this is one of these where as soon as I stop out, it's going to bounce. I don't have any choice. I don't have any choice. This is old contract. I'm not sure what you mean. Oh, well, you mean the, yes, this is the M contract. Now are you going to really do that to me now? Dog, see. Getting crockpot. Yeah, this is a brutal move down. Like, it is about to sucker me in for another long here. Like, that'd be quite the hammer. All right, I'm going to try long at the green line if it wants to bounce. I am in. Keep bouncing now, brother. Keep bouncing. Go. Come on. Beautiful hammer, but keep hammering. There you go. Come on. Go, get above that purple line. Do not reject it, you 50 SMA. Do not reject it. Okay, I'll let these final two work for me here. So I will move it up as the price goes in my favor. And if this thing wants to keep skyrocketing, well, I'll keep moving my stop up. Come on, make another move up. And stopped out there. Just the wind. Yeah, yeah, in hindsight, that was a stupid stop out, but that's also hindsight. Had this thing kept bleeding, then I'd be like, man, why didn't I stop out when I thought, when I should have? Everyone is selling everything. No, yeah, that's one opinion I have to strongly disagree with. That smart money is all of a sudden deciding we need to sell our portfolio so we can join retail in buying on the IPO day. Usually big money, institutional money, all that sort of stuff, they are already well positioned for IPO day. So yes, I personally disagree with the opinion that everybody and their brother's uncle is selling so they can buy SpaceX on IPO day alongside retail. Usually that's not how it goes. Usually it's the big banks are selling to retail on IPO day. Did the IPO start? SpaceX just started? SpaceX is live? Well, I do think that this will probably... The funny thing is this movement here is still so much better than SpaceX. How was it? Pretty crazy? Let me see. I'll pull it up out of curiosity. What's my screen say? What do you mean, what's my screen say? There it is right there. Get out of the way. There we go. So this is SpaceX, huh? Oh boy. Let the good times roll. Let the bloodbath begin. The thing here is like, this thing could go from 150 up to 160. Everybody's like, oh man, $10 per share that quick. And it's like, well, I mean, yeah. But $10 per, like, so if you have 100 shares, that's $1,000, but like, it's also costing you over $15,000 to get 100 shares. So interesting dynamic that NQ right now continues to pull back with SpaceX going up. What is your other job? I'm an income stream creator. I'm a full-time income stream creator. So I trade, I do real estate, I have a YouTube channel, I own some farmland, I have a dividend portfolio, I do some private lending. I sell pictures of my feet online, just all sorts of stuff. I'm sorry, this is just proving the point. Futures are so much better. Yeah, professional singer. Even CNBC reporting panic selling everything to buy space. Well, yeah, yes. Because CNBC, they are definitely the gold standard of what's going on. No, I am not saying that it's not possible that some sort of big bank, big money, smart money, whatever you want to call them, did sell positions so they could rush and buy SpaceX right now. I would just say those are the types of hedge funds, market makers, banks that end up getting bought out by somebody else. That is who those banks are. You're clearly not in a hotel room. What state are you in? Well, why would you think I'm in another state if I'm clearly not in a hotel room? You are clearly not in a hotel. So where did you travel to? Huh? Hey, booger, stop eating your boogers. Then they won't be on your hands and your keyboards won't get stuck. Hey, brother, I can tell you're clearly not in a hotel. Where'd you travel to? Yeah, we were just watching SpaceX, brother. Snooze fest. So, I mean, what are people doing? Like retail. Okay, retail, there's no pattern day trader rule. So you get like $2,000 and then you leverage it times 4. Now I'm curious. Why is that calculator? There we go. So you have $2,000, which is that minimum. I don't know. Let's say you can get leverage of 4-to-1 leverage times 4. Yes, I know that's $8,000. So right now, I don't know. But you got to share it. Let's say you got some. How many can you of 150? So divided by 150. So you got 53 shares. Okay. So from 150, it has gone up to let's just say 163. So that's $13 per share. Oh, boom. You could have made $13 per share. $13 per share in like 10 minutes. Okay, well, let's multiply this times 13. $693. And this is considered epic movement. Now, I'm not saying that futures is easy, but if you have traded futures at all, especially if you copy trade with a prop firm, you know that 693, again, that's a good chunk of money. But is that something that should be mind-blowing? No. But that's stocks don't make sense. I thought you said you were on vacation. Well, then why did you say that I'm clearly not in a hotel room? I am in Michigan. My niece is getting married tonight, so we came back from Iowa to Michigan. I am at my in-laws' house right now. Sorry, Clay. I think I missed what is your... Yeah, you did miss it, David. So if you scroll back about 5 minutes, I did answer that. And it was I elaborated a bit. So if you just go back and listen, David, you'll get your answer. I mean, can you? Okay, so let's just think about the move. So from 150, which is basically right here, up to here. Think about that space right there. Huge, huge rectangle. And then let's do something similar over here. So let's just say it was right here. And let's go like right there. So again, this distance move is still very clearly smaller than what SpaceX just moved. Well, yeah, this right here was basically, let's call it an 80-point move. Start to do some calculations on what just one NQ would be on 80 points. And then you start to see, oh, wow, so I could get one NQ for way less than the $2,000, let alone leveraged. So yes, please be aware the numbers, the math does not make any sense. It really doesn't. Now think about it. Think about it. It very realistically, somebody that's new did this, right? Somebody that's new did this. They have $2,000 times 8, right? So that 4-to-1 leverage, or I'm sorry, times 4. That's their leverage is 8,000, which, as we discovered and said, that gives them. And let's just say they bought it at this point. Let's say they got it 160. They chased it up a little bit, so they have 50 shares. Okay, so now let's think about what's going on. They bought at. Okay, I should have said up there. But point being, at this point, there's going to be at least a $10 pullback. At some point, there will be a $10 pullback. I don't think that's very spicy at all. Well, then you have to multiply this by 10. And let's say they get out. They're like, oh, crap. All right, I better get out. That's $500. Given their account was only $2,000 to begin with, that sort of leverage, those sorts of movements, just like that, 25% of their account gone. And you know that they're going to hold and hope beyond that. So this is, when this pulls back, because people not understanding leverage, they're going to get destroyed. So where did it even open? It opened at what? At 140 some? I say that because I thought the price was 135. So it gapped up even from there. But anyways, we're going back to where the paint's not drying. All right, let's see what we can. You'd make roughly $500 if SpaceX went 10 points in your favor. Yeah, exactly. Which, again, on a day like today, sure, that's possible. But, like, yeah, but open was at 150. Yeah, but what was the 135 number? I thought, okay, this could be a short here, I think. Yeah, I'm going to try it if it comes down through here now. Okay, I'm in short. Out there for a scalpy scalp. Bryn, please do not mention other streamers here. Thank you. Thank you in advance. 135 was the price if you got shares allocated to you early. So how does that work? Okay, here we go. Oh. Okay, I'm going to maybe try long here. In. Out there for another little scalpy scalp. Scalpy scalp. Scalpy. It's a lottery type situation. You sign up for shares and then you get them, or you most likely don't. Okay, and then are you allowed? So let's say you get some of the shares at 135. Are you allowed to sell them right away? IPO allocations to brokers. Okay, I will try another long down here. I'm going to try to, I'm catching a knife. There's no point in lying to myself. I'm trying to catch a knife. Now, is this a degenerate knife catch? I wouldn't say that because I have logic. The price has, if you look back here, generally speaking, gotten a bounce from here. It just flat out bounced from right there. So does that mean that it'll for sure guaranteed bounce off this area? No. But there is some logic here. I'm not just like making stuff up and just randomly throwing something out there. Yes, if the stock traders are definitely focused on SpaceX, but anybody that has looked at the math knows. Does SpaceX even make money? Well, see, the thing with the market is companies don't have to make money. The market is always forward-looking, so irrelevant if a company makes money. If there's even a possibility that people think it could make money at some point in the future, that is what people are trading. Forward-looking. No, you have to wait 15 days if you got in before IPO for retail. Gotcha, Joey. All right. Dang, it's already like paint drying now. So now this kind of if you look over here, we do this all the time on futures, right? If you look at the distance between these numbers, we'll just call it $4 for math's sake. Okay, so now we have $4 movements. Man, $4 movements. That's kind of slow. Over here, I mean, we got 50 point. And 50 points in the world of futures is a lot. That isn't true. I don't know, to be fair, Philly, maybe it was just on this one. I don't know. Or is that like a universal thing? Is it bleeding now? So this is where, I mean, this will probably curl back up, right? And then everybody's like, see, you just buy the dip. Strong hands until the dip dips and then retail goes, uh-oh. Cleared a double top and double bottom on this move. Hey, Alexis. Good to have you back. Today's going to be all-time highs for SpaceX. Maybe. Do I want to try a long here now that it's bottomed out a couple times? I think I'll wait down here. Don't know if you, but are you planning on? No. I have no interest in investing in, especially when they don't pay a dividend. I want at this point in my financial journey, I want dividends. I'm not really seeking growing capital, but I am seeking freeing up my schedule as much as possible, which is what passive income does, which is what dividends are. So no, I don't have any interest in SpaceX because they don't pay a dividend. Got a call that did have an Iowa. So I wanted to run a little Google search on it, but it looks like it's some sort of spam. My Robinhood is down. Oh, okay, I see a breakout. Okay, Alexis, you have to give us some numbers, buddy. Okay, you see a breakout, okay? Well, then how are you going to make money from this breakout? Can you give us an entry point as a number, or a stop loss as a number, and then a target as a number? I mean, cool. But what you just gave us was an observation. Observations don't make you money. Numbers make you money. So give us 3 numbers of how you plan on taking this observation and making it very practical so that you can make money from it. Yeah, 8 hours. Kids just watch movies and stuff, so It's really not as and the kids know not to ask. Are we almost there yet? They know they know no. I might short off VWAP. Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on there. I'm also thinking maybe a short right here if it flushes down through. You are a good dad and uncle. Well, it depends on the day. Some days I don't feel like a very good father. Let's see. Uh-oh. Mommy, they said it would only go up. Okay, there's a $10 pullback for some. Depending on depending on how much people leverage those accounts, that could be enough right there to wipe it out. Alexis, come on, man. How do I make money from this breakout? Hello? By the way, where'd Sensei go? He never spoke up either. Odds of Trump tweet or we hold red. Yeah, I don't. I think the odds are pretty high. We hear from Trump today at some point about something. I don't think that's crazy at all. All right, I'm going to try a short here if it comes back down. Looking for a short at the red line. Yeah, Robin Hood bit the dust. Did it ever work, or did the IPO crash it, or was it already crashed before the IPO? He already made a true social post this morning. Yeah. I don't think we're out of the woods yet for Trump. I could see him still speaking up about something. I see a lower trend line, Clay. Yeah, no, there's a lower trend line. Doesn't mean a lower trend line can't be broken, though. But as of now, looking like it'll be no soup for me. Candles are just too big. Yeah, they are big again. Ooh, that was a little delayed. Okay, that was good. That was good. Okay, here we go. So in my ideal world, this candle closes right below. Next candle starts here, bumps its head on VWAP. I can get short like, okay, we're cooking. Okay, I'm watching this timer right here. That's going to tell me when that hits 0, a new candle starts. So we have a chance here. Okay. I can get... No, get back up there. Not guaranteed to work, but I'll like the risk. Oh, okay. Oh. All right. No, you were supposed to go straight up. And it closed down a little bit. Still could be in play here a little bit, but not as good looking as I thought it could have been. I don't know. I just logged into C and can't see any of my positions. 1 minute time frame. Okay, Alexis, what I'm asking is like, you're just like telling how, but like, where are you going to buy? Like for all these observations, where will you buy, Alexis? And then as a number, so give us a number, like what level, and then where would you put your stop? Like you're kind of just giving us more descriptions right now, which is cool. Like everything's got to start with an observation. Everything's got to start with there. But like in the practical part of trading, we ultimately are going to need numbers, right? So that's what I'm asking is where would you buy as a number? So like where? And then also in the spirit of risk management, where would you have a stop? All right. Well, glad I waited for confirmation because there was no confirmation here. Maybe a short-ish up around here. Now, if this thing is about to V-shape back... All right, let me get rid of that level. But if this thing is about to V-shape straight back up, it'll be a losing trade. Hey, Dan. Yeah, some green today. Okay, we'll do our SpaceX check-in. Bouncing back. Even now, it's like, okay. Okay. Like I said, I'm telling you right now, folks, there is a better way to day trade. There is a better way to day trade than day trading even things like that. You need a lot of money. That thing's $160 per share. Well, Clay, there's leverage. That's true, there's leverage, but when you're leveraging, things can spin out of control very quickly. You wonder how many people are getting saved, Ty. Like, how many people don't realize that, like, Robinhood being down is like the most compassionate thing that could have happened because they're not getting cooked. Clay, check the very large channel on the 5-minute. I'm not sure I see any very large channels right now, Neil. Maybe I'm just not looking in the right spot. All the 12-year-olds loaded $200 into Robinhood to try and trade it. But I still don't understand. Don't you still need $2,000? Or is a pattern day trading rule literally just gone? For some reason, I thought I kept seeing a $2,000 number out there. I might be misunderstanding though. What is this $2,000, if anything? Okay, this could be a short here. If it hits that pink line, I'm putting in a short. Close enough, close enough, close enough. See if it wants to get rejected off this area here. The red line turns blue. I am short. I am short. Take that little scalpy scalp. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Oh, hey! Oil down too. We got some news. Either Trump tweeted something. If he did not tweet anything, then keep your eyes on Twitter. There will be news that'll be popping up here in the next 1 to 2 minutes because the chart always beats Twitter unless it's literally a Trump tweet. It was a Trump tweet or what? If Trump did not tweet anything, that there's some other news, and like I said, give it another minute or two before it shows up on those news sites on Twitter. Wow. Well, man, I almost got caught on the wrong side of that thing again. Again, this move right here was over 100 points. And I know I keep harping this home, but today just really reiterates my entire premise that day trading futures through a prop firm is so much better than day trading stocks, even if it's SpaceX IPO. Like these moves, I mean, the gains on these moves are insane. Well, the losses could also be insane. That's true. Hence the prop firm part, because prop firms are a great risk management tool. Not seeing a Trump message. Okay. Well, keep your eyes on the news, because that was definitely news. That was some. So there's some report of something. Scalp that short. Oh, yeah. Days like today make me never want to trade live cash. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Remember our retail superpower. We don't have to take a trade. That is true. I'm going for a 9K for 4K drawdown on take profit. Well, step one, Zokru, remember, step one is you got to pass the test, right? Let's take one step at a time. I'm tilt off $5. Okay, Zokru, I thought that you were not going to have another account until next Tuesday. Maybe I misunderstood. Hey, Doug, good to see you. Anything yet? Any news? So then what do you mean you're on tilt? How can you be on tilt if you're not even trading right now? What are we talking? Zokru, what are we talking about here, brother? What are we talking about over there? I kind of want to go long and just try to cruise with the momentum, but yeah. Okay, how did you tilt if you don't have an account to trade? That's my question. All right, there we go. Pakistan PM Sheriff. Amid ongoing intense mediation, we are fully aware of the incessant being waged by those who want to sabotage the peace deal. Okay. Okay, that would make sense. So there we go. See, yeah, isn't that amazing? So the spike happened. We saw it at about 12 p.m. Eastern. I would assume that those tweets you guys are seeing were probably at least at 12:13 at the very earliest. What time were those tweets? I have a short level at 676. Illuminated, do you have a stop level? Check the channel on the 5. Okay, yeah, I think we just have different definitions of channel. I'm all set, Neil. Thanks, though. Dang, right off the overnight high. I mean, thing of beauty. It would be tight, 15 points. But I think it's going to get utterly disrespected. Well, then it sounds like you have now determined that your short idea is not as good of a short idea as what you originally thought. And you know what? That's okay. That happens. Trade plans are fluid. Market's always changing. No shame there. Worked its way back up, so liquidated some people there, and now back up. It's so I remember these days. I do. Oh man, look how fast this price is jumping. Man, what a great mover. But now I just look at that and I just say, oh, I'm so thankful for futures. Look at that. It's still at 165. What are we doing here with our lives? Oh, finally went to what? Oh, again, what are we doing? What are we doing? This is why I decided to do your strategy and build a stable, not trading my pure pro for a bit. Yeah, there you go, John. I think you'll be very happy with that. I think you'll find yourself being able to stay loose, not trade scared. You certainly won't have the temptation to go reset a pro account. And then you get the kind of the proof of concept. Yeah, futures move like an IPO. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. But even they move faster than the IPO, because even the IPO there, it's like, I mean, it's moving, don't get me wrong, But when your baseline is futures, it's like it's not moving very well. Now, if you can go buy 1,000 shares of it, so 1,000 shares, and if each share right now is, let's just call it 165 times 1, and we'll just go 160. I mean, if you have, so let's divide it by 4, because you could leverage. So, I mean, if you have $40,000 that you can leverage 4 to 1, then yeah, you can go buy 1,000 shares of SpaceX, and yeah, every little move is $1,000. That's true. But like a lot of people don't have $40,000 that they can then go and leverage into $160,000. Not to mention one bad dump that you're on the wrong side of, and that 1,000 shares adds up very quickly against you. And because it's leverage, it's eating into your principal amount very, very quickly. Yeah. My freedom, that's a good way of putting it. But I'm just thankful that this day has arrived so that people can keep or stop talking about SpaceX. Well, I guess now we have the next, what is it, OpenAI or something? I got into a Dodge Bitcoin and entered with $40, and that killed my 2 tilt. Okay, you stop taking Neil's typing class, Okru. Do not take a typing class from Neil. I can tell you are one of his students. Brother, I have no idea what you just said. OpenAI won't be this year, though? Okay, so we'll get... Okay, I think I might try long here. I want to see it hit that pink line first. Might be a stupid requirement. It was a stupid requirement in hindsight, but that's hindsight. They meant Doge. Neil, I will give you that. I will give you that. I have not noticed any massive issues. So yeah, I'd agree with that. See, why did Alexis now disappears? How come when you ask people for 3 numbers, sometimes they just disappear? A $2 move is only $200 profit for 200 shares. Well, I mean, and then yeah, that's fine. Options would be a better way to leverage to trade the SpaceX. That's true, but then you enter into the world of theta. So I mean, now you have that problem with options. Why deal with theta? No, thank you. No, thank you. But I do agree. Options would be better than trading it straight up stock-wise. But futures is still way better than both of those. I think Vlad because he's talking about options. But yeah, I did notice that too. Yeah. How full porting went fantastic. Options is best. Yeah, that, and I would just disagree. I would say the best bang for your buck is a prop firm that does futures. I think that's the best bang for your buck. But I would agree, yes. If we were sticking into just the category of the stock market, fine. But there are many markets out there other than the stock market. Did you bought? How much you bought? I have not bought anything of SpaceX. Again, I have zero interest in SpaceX. They don't pay a dividend. And in my wealth building journey, as I was saying earlier, right now I'm not looking to seek capital growth. I want passive income. So I'm happy with where my capital is at. Now I'm trying to build that passive income. So if I'm going to invest into a stock, I need them to be paying a dividend. Oh, I have all sorts of stuff. ETFs, CEFs, individual stocks. So yeah, I have quite the variety. One of my favorites is this right here, G Cow. To me, their whole premise makes really good sense. So that's one of my favorites, just because I understand what they're doing, why those companies can pay a dividend, all that sort of stuff. But yeah, that is one of my favorites. Yeah. So I think if I'm pretty sure I own some of ticker symbol O. I like ticker symbol N. Um, yeah. So I do invest in real estate, like physical real estate myself, but that is one way that the market does, in an indirect way, allow you to invest in real estate with ticker symbols like that. Clay, if you eye teeth start getting long and sharp, you may need to go look. Yeah, I know. My eyes are red now. Great. So you guys are telling me the rabies is kicking in? I will say my elbow is feeling a little weird, so of course I go to, oh crap, it's the rabies kicking in, but it's like, well, wait a second. That's because right now I don't have anything to rest my elbow. My chair at home has like an armrest, so my elbow can like just sit nice and level. But right now my elbow is just over kind of dangling off the desk, so it's exerting. GCal looks very top. Oh yeah, well as an investor, I don't care if something looks topped out. I'm there for the dividend. Dude, their dividend payments go down if stock price goes down. Well, I mean, that's always a threat. Like, dividends are never guaranteed. So, yes, if a stock price drops far enough, then that does illustrate the company might be in trouble and they might have to start to cut dividends to save cash flow. But in all actuality, a dropping price is good because that means your dividend yield is going up. So it can be bad, but if it's just a simple pullback, then you might be getting a really good deal. Instead of getting, a 4% yield, you might, like IBM. I might be lying to you, but IBM, I'm pretty sure on those dividends, I might be getting 6 or 7% yield, maybe even more. But now, of course, I got the explosive growth since IBM went boom. But yeah, there was a long time where IBM was down quite a bit, and they kept paying the dividend the entire time, and the yield got pushed up because the price was down. So dropping prices can be bad, but not necessarily. It can be good. Hey, good morning, Jason. Dude, come on, this thing hasn't been trading an hour yet, and it's already in this little range. What are we doing? Again, this is the point of the live stream. I want people to be aware there is a better way to go about day trading than day trading stocks or day trading options. There's a better way, and I have the math to show you. Thanks, Dean. I expect a little more movement with. Yeah. I mean, it moved, yes, but I do agree. I thought there'd be even bigger swings than this, and maybe there's more to come, but I don't know. Let me put it this way. If the people's theories were true that like everybody and their brother's uncle was selling positions in portfolios so that they could buy SpaceX, that is certainly not playing out. I would have expected SpaceX to be up a lot higher. So depressing. Haunted Doll, why are you not doing futures? Why are you still doing options? Well, I'm up 570 on a test account. Good job. I keep getting shot by MNQ. Yeah, we are in this little consolidation channel here. I might be looking for a long down around here, the pink line, which is the 200 SMA. Okay, what's the platform you use to look at charts of other stocks? That's Webull. Webull is kind of hit or miss. I can see some people looking at these charts and being like, this thing is hideous, but I don't mind them, especially when they're free. Yeah. I don't know if there's really a middle ground. I think Webull seems kind of be either like, yeah, they're good, or those things are terrible. Hey, thank you, Praveen. What size account did you go with? Thank you for using code Clay. You fed some hungry children. So I almost wonder, is that the buy right there? Just let it try to clear out through all this congestion. Because, I mean, this is a nice move up. Nice move up. Nice little pullback, and it's just kind of hanging out. Does it get another move up? Wow, this mouse, I need to work on a little bit. I think I'm going to leave that there. Especially looking at the 5 minute. If you were to pull that up, it's got a couple of nice little hammer candles. 50K, very good, Praveen. Bitcoin to 75K soon. Okay. Yes, we all trust that. Bitcoin cucumber running around the internet telling that. Almost like you're a bot. Well, yeah, I mean, hijinks, I hear what you're saying, and you're not wrong. I'm just saying that with the pattern day trade rule now basically very much different, and then people being able to day trade with leverage, those moves are still big enough. I'm not going to say wipe out any accounts per se, but I mean, very realistically, I'm sure people lost half of their account values today. If not, I mean, I'm sure some people lost the entire thing, but like, right, the movements like this, man, that can get rough. Movements like this doesn't take a whole lot from a day trading standpoint. Okay, maybe along here. Can we get the breakout? And then more importantly for me, can we get continuation? Because I'm going to try to play the breakout because it'll be above these highs. So technically it will have broken out. So I'm more concerned about, can we get continuation? Because if it never breaks out, well, I'll never get any fills. So yes, I am concerned about a breakout in the sense of that's what I need to get filled. But in order to make money, I need continuation, not just the breakout. Whereas if I'm buying right now, then I don't even need a breakout because by the time it gets up to the resistance, I'd be in the green a little bit. But I'm not buying right now. I'm trying to wait for some sort of confirmation. Yeah, no, yeah, hijinks. That's what I mean. Is I understand it. It's not like the whole thing is collapsed. So from that angle, fully agree. It is doing well in terms of just not absolutely collapsing. Okay, here we go. I am long. All right, come on. Now give me a continuation. Please don't be a fake breakout. Keep breaking out. Come on, push. All right, I'm out. Might still go, but I don't like this hesitation one bit. Again, if you're still in, I'm not going to call you crazy, but in my mind, we should have got going. That was a nice little breakout. Was looking pretty. Even now, look, it's just putzing. Hindsight will be the judge. It'll either make me look really smart or really stupid here, but it is what it is. Hey, good morning, Eddie. Who here traded not SPX? What am I trying to think? SpaceX. Anybody here trade it? All right, well, as of now, hindsight's making me look kind of smart here, as it's clear, seemingly just the fake breakout. Don't do anything against people's bullishness. Bitcoin cucumber. Type ABC. Ooh, that's a nasty candle there. I'm glad I got out. I bought one share of Edge just to hold. Oh, okay, yeah. So I mean, you're not really day trading it. That's an investment. She got filled at 140. Oh, good job. He won't. It's a bot. I'm thinking so. That's why it's a good. We've learned it's a good test of a bot. Bots cannot reply back with ABC. At least not yet. Maybe in the future they'll get so good. I got 2 trades. What kind of leverage were you using, Alfonso? What is the scam of the bot spamming? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that one. Yeah, I'm open. Maybe they're a real person. But yeah, I don't know that one. It might not be a scam other than just trying to get people excited about Bitcoin again, which is really not the day. Today's not the day to be pumping Bitcoin. I mean, you are competing against SpaceX. Pretty much everything, even right now, as much as it pains me to say it, the futures market is probably taking a little bit of a backseat. Not as many key people are really caring about futures right now because SpaceX has been the talk of the town forever. Hey Clay, does your prop firm have strict? No, nope. Live midi or live middle. That's one of the things I love about Take Profit Trader and why I recommend it, especially to those just getting started in prop firms, because very clean set of rules. There's no scalping rule. There's no scaling rule. There's no consistency rule. Very straightforward set of rules. For clarity's sake, though, it's not like my prop firm in the sense of I own it or I just use them and I have a code with them. But yeah, they're not like. So just to clarify, I'm not sure how you meant my, but yeah, I don't own them or anything. Have a good time at the wedding. Hey, take care, John. You're welcome, Liv. And yeah, if you want, code Clay all caps, we'll give you the deal, 40% off, which by the way is the current deal. Limited time offer right now on Take Profit Trader, 40% off and no activation feed with code Clay. So if you want to help support the stream, Liv, you can do that with the code. Save yourself some money, and I'd appreciate it. So would my kids, so they don't have to eat bark tonight. They can actually have a sandwich. I kind of want to try the long again. But if this is truly just the choppy little sideways range, then I'm going to get long, and best case, it just, annoys me. Okay. Not best case. Best case would be it explodes, but I have trying to. Well, thank you, I'm Christopher. Bark soup isn't bad for you if you add tomato ketchup. No, we can't afford tomato ketchup. Only if people use code Clay, then we can afford a tomato ketchup packet. Well, Clay, you could just sneak in and grab one from McDonald's. No, we've been banned because they've figured out our scheme. Yeah, a very tight 40-point window. which continues to go to show what kind of environment we're in. When we're saying very tight ranges are 40 points. That's true, James. That's an optimistic attitude. Dude, we lived here for a long time. We're well known in Michigan in our tactics. I'm thinking about a long, but last time I got up here, it was a fake break. All right, I'm going to try it. I'm long. Come on, go. I am long. And I hope not a repeat of this candle here, but we'll see. Blue line is my entry. I am long. Try to capture some momentum here on the breakout, and looking like there might not actually be any momentum. We'll day trade for kitchen or for ketchup packets. Uh-oh. Boy. Not a good looking candle at all. Now, one candle doesn't make or break a chart, but stupid thing. All right, I'm out. Just chop fest. Chop fest today. Oh, that's a good shirt. We need the 3 numbers. I have hijinks, but it's kind of messed up because it, like that. Yeah, it's not a perfect translation. So, for example, like if you ever have to lose money for the consistency thing, so you're buying, selling, like all those numbers are influencing your numbers. So like it's showing things that, well, that's not really accurate because for that context of situation, I needed to lose money or I wanted. So it's, I think they'll start to narrow that stuff down, but I think it's still got some work to do. Just seeing the SpaceX share value, 608. I'm not sure what that's 608. Did it just explode? I thought it was like, okay, there must have been a typo. Maybe you mean 168? So we're right there about 167.80. Looks like kind of the key point there on SpaceX. I don't know what you're looking at, Carl. What are you talking about? $608 a share. I'm confused. Was that like Canadian pricing or something? Yeah, hijinks. Like I said, I'm not totally concerned. I'm just saying it can, because for example, you could, and I know you know this, like you could cook 10 accounts and then you buy another account and on number 11, you go on a run and then and let's just say, so because you cook 10 accounts, you lose $1,000. But then on account number 11, you go and make $1,500. So now, actually, as far as your numbers are concerned, you are profitable. But like your stats are going to look terrible because you cooked 10 accounts before you could get up to that. But it's just like that's, so it's not like factoring in the power of prop firms, though. That's kind of the weird part. 608 share value. Okay, I don't know what you mean. Are you saying that's what they're worth right now is 608? Is that what you're saying, Carl? By 608. So you're saying right now SpaceX is very undervalued because you're saying shares are worth $608 and right now it's $168. Is that what you're saying, Carl? If so, put down the paint can. Only use paint to spray paint like where electrical cords are in the ground. Don't use it to sniff, though. I asked for a SpaceX share value, and that was the number that I gave me. Who did you ask? Who did you ask for SpaceX share value? Okay, Carl, I'm very confused by you. Yesterday, or a couple days ago, you said we are not going to buy, and then you, I think it was like Meta or something. I said, okay, well, who's we? And then you made it sound as though you work for some sort of investment bank or something. You're like, well, me and the guys I work with, we're not doing that. And then you gave like some reasons. So in my mind, oh, okay, you're some sort of like financial advisor, banker, something like that. And now you're like, you don't even know how to determine if the price you saw. Like, I'm very confused, Carl. I'm very confused. Now, to be fair to you, maybe a couple days ago when you said we, and they're like, oh, me and the guys, I think you said in my office. But maybe your office is like just the meth house. And like the guys in your office are all doing meth. So maybe that's part of it. But I'm very confused how you don't know the answers to these questions if you're some sort of investment banker. Charles, yeah. I don't think I do remember Charles. The title, at least I remember. I can't imagine trying to trade well on meth. I mean, I guess in theory it's possible. I don't know if I'd recommend it though, you know? Carl, Carl he's always been a bit of a unique character, but his uniqueness has just gotten even more unique, more interesting. A stock's value, whatever someone is willing to pay at that moment. That is true. Yes, the actual value of the SpaceX share is 608. Okay, the actual value according to who? According to who? And so I assume then, Carl, that you must be going all in. Are you all in? Like, are you taking loans out? Yeah. Maximus, I think you'll be the pipe. And it's worth 608 Canadian dollars or US dollars. I don't want to misrepresent your position. No need for the confusion. I am not a banker. I'm not working for management. I am a business owner that invests in the marketplace alongside my colleagues here. Okay. Gotcha. So, but 608, according to who? And then second question, 608 in what currency? I don't know if that really matters that much. I'm not sure the exchange rate right now of dollars to Canadian dollars, but like maybe that would lessen the kind of. situation? $1.39 right now. Okay, so that helps out a little bit, but not huge. Okay, whether you being a business owner has no problem. Okay, watch here. Let me demonstrate. Let me demonstrate the logical fallacy that you just committed. Listen, I have a PhD in mathematics. I own a business where we do math. 2 plus 2 equals 7. Wait a second. Wait a second. Did you see the logical fallacy I committed? No, I appreciate you now clarifying that. No problem. But just because you're a business owner does not therefore mean I know what I'm doing when it comes to this stuff. That would be, yeah, that's not good. Okay, yes, the value is 680. According to who, Carl? Who says it's worth 680? Who? We're knocking on the door of this overnight high. Yeah, that'd be a massive conflict of conflict. What am I saying? Conflict of what is that term called? Conflict of interest. Yeah, I'm just. He does always seem delayed though. Like his stream always seems to be a little bit behind. So I think he'll eventually. I think he's behind in the questions. Yeah, so we are still waiting though on who says it's valued. No, I'm. No, I'm not. Okay. Carl, do you believe that it's valued at 680? Since you won't answer the question of who says it's 680, let's just toss that question aside. Wherever this number is coming from, do you believe the 680 number? Let's see if we can go this route. Okay, who cares, Chris? Irrelevant. We've tried to answer where he's getting that number from. We failed. Let's just ask him, do you believe in this number of 680? Carl, do you believe in it? You see 680. You won't tell us where the 680 came from, but you've seen 680. Do you believe it? Because there is a difference between seeing a valuation and then being like, no, that's crazy. I don't believe that. So seeing and believing are two different things, brother. Do you believe the 680? Okay, I might try another long here. See if we can get a push finally up through this area. Risky here, but I'm going to go for it. I'm in. Come on. Don't reject here. Let's get the break. Come on, push, 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 push. Get up through there. Do it. Do it. Now pop. Go. I mean, it's literally getting smacked right down at that level. Again, risky in the sense of I don't have any confirmation that it actually wants to break. I'm speculating that it does. Six. Again, Carl, we are still waiting. Do you believe the 608 number? Oh, you got to be kidding me. Come on. Demetrius, we already tried. We already tried that one. We already tried to ask him, like, 608 according to who? He won't answer that one. You gotta be kidding me. This freaking market. Okay. Added some more. I just took on some baboon-like risk here. That's it's so irritating that it. Again, I didn't have confirmation, so I don't have anybody to blame but myself. Oh boy. I really like it off of here. Alright, I might really regret this, but I'm going to try it. If it wants to come back up, I'm going to add some more. We are bouncing right off the 21 EMA and the 5-minute. And if you look at the 5-minute and the 21 EMA, hopefully this kind of makes sense. Like, it's bounced many times before. Let's see if we can get another bounce. Okay, I did add. Come on, brother, push. Go, 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 go. Go, go, go. Go. Oh, so close. Yeah, now oh so far away. See if it wants to give another go. Come on. Push. Go. Go. Five-minute, getting an amazing candle here. Okay, I'm going to let these last 5 work for me. This is now 4. I want to take one more. There we go. I'm going to let these last 4. So if we can get the move here, I'm going to let these last 4. Well, I lied. I'm going to take one more up here. Just in case it rejects once again, I'm going to take out some profit right there. But hey, again, look at the 5-minute. The 5-minute 21 EMA. That is your clue on why I did not bail and why I added. Come on, hit that next target. Hit it! And then if you want to reject, that's fine, I guess. But at least hit that next target. Come on, get me out right there. Hit that next... Dude. All right, I want it. Okay, there we go. All right, now I will for sure let these last 3 just cook. Come on, now let's get the big pop. Come on. Come on. Pop. So now worst case, I'm making, I don't know, like 40 points on these. So my risk right now is 40 points, reward unknown, because I don't know how high up this might want to go. Okay, I will throw another one up here just in case. Get up there, brother. If I was not at my in-laws' house, I'd probably be a little bit more animated, but like, I mean, I don't want them thinking their daughter married a total nutcase. Thank you. About time. Got a little bit of follow through there. A little bit of follow through there. I'll take it. I'll take it. Okay, did we ever get an answer from Carl on if he believes the 608 number? No. I don't know. Again, I'm not going to break down the lesson. I will just give you the clues. Why did I behave the way I did? Your clue here is on the 5-minute time frame with the 21 EMA. There's your clue. Dun, dun, dun. So there's your homework assignment for the weekend. There you go. How about them apples? That's something new. I'm now going to start to assign homework assignments for the weekend. Dude, that was the worst. I'm having flashbacks to school. Remember, those were the worst teachers, the ones that would give homework over the weekend. Remember those teachers? I'm one of those teachers now. That's crazy. Okay, is this a fake breakout, though, now? Could this be a short here stop over the highs? Maybe. Let's do our little SpaceX. Where did Carl go? All right, William, that's an interesting observation about the ES. Oh, okay, okay. Nice little breakout there. Okay, Carl, do you believe in the 608 number? You're not telling us where the 608 number came from. Okay, fine. But do you believe in this? Wherever it came from, do you believe it? Do you believe that that is the value? The true value is 608. Okay, so Carl is a troll. There we go. Confirmed. I always had my suspicions about the guy, but now confirmed. Which brings me to my next point. Don't smoke crack. Name the movie. Nope. Football movie. Football movie. Nope, not Charlie Sheen. There we go. Marius, correct. The water boy. It's Lawrence Taylor. Well. First, I run over there, and then I tackle him, and then as he gives the ball to him, I run over Which brings me to my next point. Don't smoke crack. That's what we have with Carl here, folks. Oh, so you didn't know it? You needed that clue. I appreciate the honesty that you still needed the clue. That's probably where I should technically be, but I'm trying to figure out. I guess technically I should probably be a little bit closer to the camera. Right there is about center. So if I look here, but thankfully I have a good. You guys are great. You guys are. Clay, excuse me, you're not centered. Clay, you are 3.2 millimeters away from the top quadrant. $80-20 numbers is a strategy. I don't know about 80-20 numbers is a strategy. I don't know anything. I'm not sure what you're referring to. But my mama said. Yeah, well, it was very informal. But my daughter Dot, who never done the long jump, she got third. Whoa. Wait, it's 1 o'clock. Nope, it's past 1 o'clock. Okay, this is, what's oil? Is oil doing anything? A little bit of a move down. Nothing. So I don't know if I don't think I'm going to call out news. I'll put it this way. Low confidence that there is actually some sort of news. But it definitely got jumpy a little bit. If there was news, though, nothing major, though. But yeah, so my daughter Dot got third in the long jump out of, I don't know, like 16 girls or something. She'd never done it before. My daughter Faye, she's very fast. She's very fast. So in the 100, now granted, they just do 8 at a time. It's supposed to be like teaching everybody the different things. So it's not like she won and then she advanced to the grand finals. It's nothing like that. But yeah, Faye, she's fast. She cooked everybody. And then even Kit, who's gonna be 5 on when's the 16th? Is that Wednesday? Tuesday. Kit will be 5. So they even let like 5 and under do a race for them 50 yards. She didn't listen to instructions though, so she technically got last place. But they wanted to. There was only 8 of them that wanted to do it, so it was going to be a group of 4 and 4. But when they said go, because she did not listen to instructions, she started to run the other one with the first group, but she started off behind. So, okay, Carl, do you understand why I'm now about to ban you? Can you I want to at least communicate that. You now see why you're going to get banned, right? Because you made it obvious you're trolling. Let me put it this way. If Carl is truly a business owner, we need to figure this out so we can get short because we're going to make a lot of money. There's no way this dude's a business owner. So we got to figure this out. Now I realize he's not a business owner, but if he actually was, we got to figure it out so we can go short. No, I'm not trolling at all. Okay, this is your final time to prove that you're not trolling. I've asked you this question multiple times. If you ignore it, you are literally confirmed a troll. I know everybody. Dude, you've given this guy so many chances. I know. I guess I'm in a good mood. Last question, Carl. Do you believe in the 608 number that you say it's worth? You saw this number somewhere. Do you believe it? Do you believe that SpaceX is worth 608? If you can't answer that question, you are banned. Demetrius, I'm about to ban you. That's right. 37th chance Friday. Okay, Carl's gone. Okay, all right, just a minute. He is always behind. Like, in some senses, I do think he's an old guy, and he doesn't really understand what's going on, but he is constantly behind on the live stream. So, to be fair to him, he's answering the business owner thing. I'm on my iPad here, and also I did was ask... Okay, yeah, fair enough, Carl. Do you believe that number? I assume you don't believe 608. Some Iran hardliners want to kill deal. That's weird. That was the news because oil started to drop. You would think that oil would have went up on that sort of news. Admin says 85% chance will be signed. Okay, I'm going to look for a long here at the overnight high. So we have the breakout here. So nothing fancy, just the breakout, pull back, and go. So is something like that going to happen? Let's see. Okay, see, Carl, you just lied to us. Now, that's a bold claim. How can I say that you lied to us? If you truly believed it was worth 608, you would be buying hand over fist. But earlier you already admitted, oh no, I'm not buying. So no, I don't know why don't lie. We don't like liars around here. Now, if you said, yeah, Clay, I have bought my entire portfolio, I've leveraged my house, because I truly believe it's 608, well, then you are looking at the bargain of a lifetime. But yet you are not buying at all. So, yeah. Anyways, next topic. Huh? Yeah? Where are you? Yeah, you talking to them through the vent? You can hear me? Is it pretty clear? Okay. What room are you in? What room are you in? What? No, not. You're underneath me. What room is? Anyway, sorry. The vent started to talk to me. It was my son though, so I better be I better be careful what I say. Finally, Demetrius. Finally, what? Demetrius, I'm telling you right now, you're about to go on an all expense paid trip. Could be the rabies. Your son's event? Yeah, I mean, potentially. The vent is talking to me, and it is my... Okay, no more talking. Here we go. No, I want more than one. We'll go with 3. There we go. Looking for a long at the green line. Right, but see, Demetrius, that's my point. He doesn't believe it. So in other words, he's just running his mouth. Is that, yeah, it's actually extremely difficult to understand because it's illogical. Okay, I'm long. Let's see what we can cook up here. I'll take that little scalpy scalp. Out short. Dang, you got short on that? No, I'm not. No, I don't even concern. No, Ace, it's not that. If you tell me something is worth $100 and right now you could buy it for $5 and then you're not buying it for $5 when you say you believe it's worth $100, right? That's the part that's confusing and makes no sense. Did I not copy and paste that? Uh-oh. Oh, no. I don't know if it matters or not, but just a second. Has that not been copy and pasted the whole time? Crap. That's not good. Oh, man, that has not been pinned this entire time. Oh, and now it's bouncing to rub salt in the wound. Oh, when it rains, it pours. Oh, did he call that out too? Prop, I must have missed your call out. Let's see. Took some off. Props. Short hair. Stop. Hey, and even all three numbers too, props. Props to you, props. Well done, sir. See, it's so much better that way. When people call it out and then there's zero trust me, bro, here. This is the 21 EMA. 21 EMA right here. This purple line is the 50 SMA. Pink line is the 200 SMA. Dotted yellow is the VWAP. Short again. Man, 60-point stops. Whew. I don't know. I mean, I could see a short here, throw the stop above the high, but I don't know. That makes me nervous. You're welcome, Lucas. Dang. I can't complain. I had a very nice trade earlier. Yes, I chose to scalp that one, but it is what it is. Oil, it's looking like 85 key upside level on oil right now. What's gold been up to? Ooh, oil with a big old bull pennant. I'm sorry, did I say oil? Gold. It's hard to fit the entire thing on the screen. And just for good sake, for you golfers out there, let's put the golf hole down here. There we go. Bull pennant pattern here on gold. Can it get the... You look different without glasses. I know. I know that you did not think it was possible for me to look any better than what I already do. And I realized it just occurred to you that you were wrong in that assumption. It's okay. Not the first time. Those SpaceX sounds? Yeah, I sell them. If you want to have those added to Tradovate, I sell them for $19.99 per sound, per use. So like every time you click on it, like you hear it, and then it's like an ongoing subscription type thing. Yeah, that's another income stream. Okay, am I about to get long here? I think I might be getting ready to get long here. I look younger. Cool. Am I about to do this? Do I really think it's going to... Let me check oil real quick. SpaceX will pump then dump. Go buy... Yeah. So Orchard, what I'm learning about you is you are someone that loves the broad statements. Right? Because the obvious question of that is when? It's going to pump and dump. Yeah, well, when? When is the pump over? You know what I mean? Like yesterday when you said see green, take green. It's like, yeah, okay, but how much green do I take? When you say see green, are you defining green as $1 or $100? So I didn't. You got to be careful with your wording because sometimes it gets hard. To make money from broad statements. I have mixed thoughts about Elon Musk. Of course I remember. I remember the extra dented. I would say Elon Musk is the P.T. Barnum of our generation, an amazing salesman. But at the same time, the dude gets stuff done too. So he is not all smoke and mirrors, but he definitely, like, let's look at the Cybertruck, for example. Did the Cybertruck happen? It did. So he gets credit there. Did it happen at all anywhere close to the timeline that he hyped it up to be? Not anywhere close. So it's stuff like that. Great salesman. Great hype builder. Fantastic at it. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know, man. Maybe tone it down a little bit. But he is clearly the world is his playground. I mean, he could literally, if he wanted to, for one of his kids for his birthday, he'd be like, okay, open the present. Well, Dad, it's just a little piece of paper. Yeah, and it says Disney on it. Yeah, I bought you Disney. What do you mean you bought me Disney? No, like, what movies do you want to see? I want to see Little Mermaid fight Aladdin. Go for it. When I said I'm giving you Disney, I literally bought Disney as a company. Here you go. Like, that's crazy. Like how the boring tunnel was supposed. Yeah, again, mixed feelings. The dude says a lot of stuff that, yeah. However, he has said enough stuff where, like, hey, it's happened. I don't even know if Disney's worth $175 billion. I think Disney could be a pretty. What is Disney's value? I think that could be a pretty easy purchase for him. Market cap of Disney. Oh, I stand corrected. Right there, $174 billion. Yeah, so that's what I mean. Dude could he could buy Disney, he'd still have hundreds of billions left over. John Deere market cap. Yeah. Yeah. If they're saying Elon was a country, he'd be the 20th largest in the world. And right, like I said, you got to give credit where credit's due. That's where I have mixed feelings on the guy. I'm kind of more of a, like, stick with one woman type of guy. So, on that angle, we look at things a little bit different. So we agree. Hey, we are seeing population decline. Not that's the reason why I had kids, but I mean, like, hey, have kids. Given I have 6 myself, but they are all with the same woman, right? So, like, areas like that, it's like, okay, not quite sure we're on the same page, but how did we get on this topic? Somebody must have asked about Elon, but what specifically? Now I'm curious. What triggered this conversation? Well, at least we're no longer talking about people saying something's worth $608 and yet they're not buying it when they have the chance to buy it at $167. At least we're not talking about that anymore. Hey, look at that. The 50 SMA doing work. Well, wait, I think that's the 50 SMA. Let me just... It has been such a long time since I've been putzing around with Webull charts now, ever since going to futures. I can't even remember how to do this. I don't remember what moving averages I did. Whatever it is, I think it's a 50. Already respecting it. Yes. Again, as somebody that plans on using Starlink, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Elon. Thank you, brother. Nah, the SpaceX, we're I can see the finish line. SpaceX will just once again become normal talk. If you were around, okay, so what do you think was the biggest IPO, like, in terms of talking about before this one. I think for me, it was probably Facebook. Facebook was, and then they had all sorts of issues. I think it would be Facebook. Twitter, I remember being massive. LinkedIn was also pretty massive, but I think Facebook, that one was huge. I almost want to say even more so than SpaceX. It seemed like even my little old grandma, little Clay, are you going to be buying, as she grabbed my cheeks, are you going to be buying Facebook? I don't remember Google. I don't remember Google's IPO. That doesn't mean that it wasn't big. I'm just saying I don't really remember that one. What was the last big one even before SpaceX though? I can't remember what. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, yeah, that would make sense then. I was just, and looking back, I wish yeah, exactly. Sweet green? No. No, not snow. I mean like one where like everybody talked about it. Yeah, I mean those I'm not saying Snow and PLTR weren't big, but like hype levels. Like seemed like everybody and their brother's uncle was talking about it. Yeah, maybe PLTR was the closest one. But if you were around for the Facebook one or Twitter, you got, I mean, you know what I mean. Like, no, not Rivian, no. Can't believe we're living in a time where we're using, yeah. What about Coinbase was pretty big. Coinbase was pretty big. That might be my pick. I do remember that one. Again, SpaceX level, Facebook level, Twitter, probably not, but those are levels that are crazy. But yeah, I like Coinbase. Do I try along here? I think I might try along here. Get the bouncer off of, okay, I'm going to try if it wants to come back up here. Green line is where I'm trying to buy, so if that green line turns blue, I'm in. Airbnb was decent. Yeah, you know, I do remember a lot of people talking about that one. That's yeah. That's a good one too. Yeah. Maybe Airbnb even more so. There was a lot of people talking about that one. Okay, I'm in. Took one out. Took another one out. Let's just let this last one work for me. I'll move the stop up as it goes. So now worst case, I'm making 10 points on it. I like when my worst case is making 10. Uh-oh, did that just freeze up? I think it froze up. No internet problems, though. I think my wife's gone. I think my wife took the bat over to the animal shelter. What did this guy just say? Yeah, my wife just took a bat over to the animal shelter for testing. The bat that bit me this morning. Wait, did this guy just say I got bit by a bat? Yeah, that's what I said. That is definitely what I said. Thankfully, we have the bat. So we're going to test the bat to see if it's got rabies. And then if it's got rabies, well, sounds like I'm going to have to need to get some shots. The lady on the phone was also like, well, given you guys woke up and found the bat flying around, bat bites can be kind of microscopic. So according to the lady, she thought that, like, if the bat, and by the way, the odds are very, very low that the bat comes back positive. But if it does, then it actually might be my wife and I both doing it out of precaution. Hey, Sam, how about you just let me live in ignorance, you dent? In fact, that's bannable. Not bannable, but he's going on vacation. I don't like needles. I don't need to hear that crap. If it's painful, don't tell me that. Let me be in ignorance right now. Just have the jab anyway? Why? Have you looked at the statistics of bats that have rabies? I prefer to keep chemicals out of my body unless they're absolutely necessary. Rabies vaccine is fine now, just normal shots. Thank you. Well, the medical people we talked to said, given it was a finger and that's an extremity, rabies moves slow. Given you have the bat, we're just going to test the bat. Well, I mean, I don't know if that's I don't know what the logical fallacy is there, Brian, but that's some sort of logical fallacy. I hear what you're saying. You're saying the odds are very low, but yes, that is what the data bears out. Correct. It is just math. Did you hear CDC department for testing for rape? This is the epitome. This is the epitome of why. Some of this, I'm like, I don't even know if I should bring it up. Like, everybody, this is why you got to just do it. And I love you all. I love you all. But, like, Vat, and to be fair to you, Vat, maybe you're just joking. But, no, it's getting sent to Lansing, where we'll have results back on Monday. So, no, it's not going to the CDC department in, like, Washington, D.C. or something. What are we talking about, folks? Okay, we'll look for a long, potentially off of this area right here. Yeah, exactly. I get hit, but I got bit by a baseball bat, exactly. In my face. That's why I'm not wearing any... Apparently not. Apparently not. I guess they test the brain. That's what I heard. Okay, well, from the horse's mouth, we were told, and the only reason why we have to wait till Monday is because it's a weekend. Well, yeah, see, Orchard, I don't want to get sick from the vaccine, though. I bet somebody has died from the vaccine before. I don't want to do that. I don't want to take that risk. if I don't have to. The rabies vaccine is fake, you think? I heard they used to use soldiers. Yeah. Oh no, there's been some issues with the rabies vaccine. Very little, very little. The odds suggest that there won't be any issues. But per your logic, hey, there's no stop loss for your health. So I'm just taking your logic. I don't want to do that with the vaccine. By the way, if you just showed up, why are these guys talking about rabies and vaccines? Because I got bit by a bat this morning. That's why. I'm still willing to throw out there that it happened probably about 3 hours ago. So I'm still willing to, because looking at the stats, I'm still willing to say that I think I'm the only person in America in the last 3 hours that has been bit by a bat. Like, I hold that crown right now. I could. Yeah, I got bit this morning. My wife and I woke up to one flying around in our room. So we kind of chased it down into the office where I'm working. So this morning, I'm opening up the door. My father-in-law was like, yeah, I couldn't find it. So I'm looking around and we're like, okay, well, it's probably hiding in a crevice somewhere. And it'll come back out tonight. We'll leave the window open, blah, blah, blah. And then my mother-in-law was like, well, why don't you just take the screen out of the window? That way, if while you're working, it does, show up, it's got an exit. I'm like, oh, that's a good idea. So as I was working to get the screen out, blah, 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 all of a sudden, whoa, what is that? And some blood. In fact, I don't know if you can see it on my t-shirt there, but some blood. And then I'm looking around like, don't tell me I just got bit by that thing. And I'm looking. And I turn around and on the floor by the door is the bat just laying there, dead. So I don't know if when it bit me, I chucked it and it knocked it. I don't know what happened. It all happened so fast. In theory, maybe I didn't get bit. Maybe I just pinched myself because I was kind of putzing around with the blind type where there's. But I think we're going to err on the side of caution and get the bat tested. But yeah, I did. Oh my, yeah, this is why I got to keep talking about it. I keep repeating myself over. We have the bat. Because we have the bat, we are getting it tested. That's what we were told to do. They said, don't worry about anything. Let's get it tested. And then if it shows up positive, then you can start to go through the stuff. They were not worried, especially when my wife was like, yeah, he got bit in the finger. They're like, okay, well, that's an extremity. Rabies moves super slow anyways, so we have time to see what the bat comes back. Am I getting it? Oh, I should. I should get it stuffed for the new house. Yeah, Spider-Man's the one that got bit. A lot of you are not very good with your comic books. You're like, you're going to become Batman. I'm like, I think you're thinking of Spider-Man. Yeah, if I start to call all of you Alfred, there will be clues. I mean, the bat is dead. So next week, in all actuality, maybe next week, because I don't know how and don't even tell me because I don't want to know anyways right now. But next week, maybe the live stream is a little sporadic because if it comes back positive on Monday, and I have to start to go get shots, I don't know if the local place has it or not. But if I have to go to Des Moines, then that's like a 50-minute drive. So we'll see. We'll see what next week brings in terms of regularly scheduled programming. Clay is not here right now. He's getting his rabies vaccines or rabies shots. Are you watching? Oh, I keep forgetting that the World Cup is... No, I have not watched any so far. Is America even in it? Do we even qualify? We're terrible at soccer. That's because all our men are off doing things like football. Well, I was told that rabies shots are a lot better than they used to be. That they're like normal shots now. So that's what I'm going with. Oh, America did make it? Are you comfortable in proximity of water? Are you comfortable in proximity? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Oh, really? You get an automatic spot if you're... No. Fear of water? I'm so confused right now. You can't drink water? Oh. I mean... If you have rabies, you can't drink water. I mean, I'm drinking coffee right now. Coffee's made of water. This was the one risk. I'm like, do I really want to bring it up? It's kind of funny. It's kind of ironic, but like, do I really want to hear from all these non-medical doctors that just that asked ChatGPT something real quick? Let me put it this way. ChatGPT, the internet, is still undefeated. Because I've heard... Well, it's like anything, right? Somebody's always going to be able to say, I told you so, right? But I've heard the shots are terrible. I've heard the shots are different now. They're fine. I've heard I can now drink water. I knew a kid that got rabies from a raccoon. Yeah, you also claim that the what is it? The Egyptians trained dog hunting or what? Wolves for dog hunt or wolf hunters or what was that one thing you said to Michelle the one time? Trying to just trigger. I just saw my wife. So my in-laws are they're older in years. They still got the landline with like the voice like the. Anyways, never mind. Where did I just get that from? There we go. Yeah, Egyptians had the first dog for hunting. 30 years ago, the shots were bad. That's changed. Yeah. Yeah, who knows what was... Yeah, I don't even remember that conversation, but you were definitely trying to trigger Michelle. I think it worked, too. I don't remember, though. That was many years ago. Dude, could I turn this into a scam? Like, could I raise a bunch of money and then just, like, go on a vacation? I have the bat... Oh, no, the bat's gone. Doggone it. Crap. Well, then, even if I showed the bat, somebody would still accuse me that's a toy. It's AI. The range is... Yeah, the range that you still have not yet traded. That's how special this range is, Neil. You haven't even traded it. You know it's a special range. You know it's an obvious range. When it's so obvious, it's so special that you can't even trust yourself to trade it. Yeah, somebody said I should get it mounted for the new house. I didn't even think of that. This is my first comment. I'd like to thank you for giving your best ever technique. Thanks you for giving a best ever technique. Well, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Glad you're finding a little bit of value. A little bit of value in the entertainment. Today was the 10th day in a row I took payout from 2 of my... Good job, CR15. You are on a streak for sure. That account's got to be yielding a pretty good ROI at this point. Yeah, same to you. Same to you. Love your life. Kind of thinking about a long here. It's looking like it might want to push up towards that yellow line. Going to try a long at... Well, never mind. It left me in its dust. There's the move, and I was just a little bit too slow. Oil's got... So you got to think everybody and their brother's uncle right now is watching this line on oil. If that area fails, does that generate another downwards pressure? Potentially, so that stands out quite a bit over there on the oil chart. Yeah, I'm a fan of bats. I know they do a lot for mosquitoes. Did you get it dropped off? Question mark. Check out the bull pennant on gold. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I mapped that out. I don't know, was that 10, 15 minutes ago? Yeah, today has definitely slowed down. It's still had plenty of volatility out there, but it is not like... well, remember last Friday when I streamed all the way to the close because like the entire day was almost like the opening bell? Today is not one of those days. I have like in my mind I have 3 choices. Do I buy here at the EMA? Do I try to buy here at these lows, or do I wait to get basically these lows where I also have the overnight high and the 50 SMA? I can see all 3 of those making sense, but the problem is if I buy here and I put my stop down here, well, now my stop is right above this key area. Okay, well, if I put my stop down below here, well, now my entry is up here and my stop is way down there. I don't want to risk that much. So as I talk that out loud, yeah, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to buy right here because I don't have any logical area to put a stop. Unless I just do a breakout or get out, meaning, you know, if I were to buy right here and then I can just throw my stop right there, just with the premise of this thing needs to get breaking out and it needs to go right now, and if it doesn't, then so be it. Yeah, I mean, just trade the same way. If you've been profitable on your paper trading, trade that same exact way. I think you'll notice it'll definitely be different because you're gonna have voices that start to show up, But yeah, you're never gonna learn to deal with the voices unless you start to get some skin in the game. So yeah, my tip would be you just again, I'm accepting your premise. If you've been profitable paper trading for the last 2 months, well then put that into motion and see how it translates. What are your thoughts on CRT versus Orb Strat? Well, I mean, I don't have a problem with any of these strategies as long as you're not saying strategy as though I just follow this step by step by step by step by step. Like it's got a checklist, and then like you don't have to think for yourself. Like that does not exist. You will have to think for yourself. So some people though, this is how they define ORB, right? Okay, so I'm gonna wait 30 minutes. Then I'm gonna mark out the high and the low. And then if the price goes up through, I get long. And if it goes down, I get short. So there it is. That's what I mean by the ORB strategy. That does not work consistently. Does trading need to be rocket science? It does not. Does it need to be a little bit more advanced than that? Yeah. I really wish I could say trading profitably, trading consistently was that easy. Just wait 30 minutes, high, low, get long when it breaks the upside, short when it goes to the downside. So if that's what you mean by the ORB, no, it definitely does not work. Now, if what you mean by ORB is, okay, well, I'm just using the ORB kind of concept as a foundation to build from, and there's other dynamics, then that's totally different. So that's kind of, and that's how I view kind of all strategies. If you think a strategy is going to cause you to basically not have to think at all, yeah, I'm sorry, you're going to have to think. We all have to think. We all have got to be able to put our own little twist on things because we all have different risk tolerances down in the weeds. And with trading, you get down in the weeds. Oh, yeah, what's SpaceX up to? We lost track of it. Already a yawner. Yikes. Thank goodness for futures and prop firms. That's all I'll say. Whoa! Okay. What's oil doing now? Is oil spiking? Oh boy, this is kind of... I'm going to give it a try. See if we can get the bounce up off of this area. Come on. I'm thinking if I want to try to add some more repair, that'd be a very... But I don't want to out-fancy myself. Come on. Go green. There's my stop. Come on. I'll just mental stop it. My stop is that low. I'm not going to lock it in there, but hold me accountable. If it gets down there, I need to cut it. But Clay, a mental stop isn't it? Well, I'm watching. My stop is right there. I just don't have it locked in the system. Come on. Need a more bounce than that for my second target. Like I said, I've already reduced size by 1. Good chunky volume here. Okay, I don't want to get any push through back up though. Push, brother. Okay, I took that one out. And I'll just put my stop right there. So stop slightly in green territory. Very good. Clay, look at the screen. I'm guessing you must have you probably said that when this was coming down. Took some of the short at 660. Roger that. I'm out, okay. You texted me earlier, comma, but nothing since then. Hi, Clay. New room? What? New room. Is that a typo? Oh, yeah, no, room, like new room. Yeah, I'm in Michigan right now at my in-laws' wedding tonight. No, your question actually makes... I should have gaslit you. Been like, no, what? Why? Why do you say I'm in a different room? No, it's the exact same room I've always been in. Darn it, missed the opportunity. I mean, I don't want to jinx it, but at this point, we're well over 3 hours in, so even if it were to just die out, shout out to the internet. 11 upload speed, yet that's all we needed. I guess more so shout out to YouTube. Or just shout out to technology in general, where you can have 11 upload speed and still be okay. You were in Ludington. Yeah. So I'm in Grand Rapids area right now, so we're pretty close. Thank you, Batch. Yeah. If I'm not back Monday, you'll know why. I graduated from Union. Is that the one with the big hill? I did not grow up in Michigan, so I still never really got all the high school and stuff like that. I grew up in Ohio, but like I said, I lived in Michigan for 13 years. Okay. Oh, yeah, Union, yeah. The good sledding hill? Cool. Do you copy trade across accounts? I do not copy trade, no. But if you're asking, is it possible to copy trade? Yes, it is possible to copy trade, and it's possible to copy trade across multiple prop firms. So you could buy 5 accounts from 5 different prop firms, and with third-party software, copy trade 25 accounts at once, if you wanted. I don't know if that's what you're asking, but just in case. Yeah, Phil, that's true. Yep. No, I worked from here during Christmas time. When we came back and we were here for a week, I did stream, and there was a couple instances where it went down, but a quick reboot had us back up. But yeah, overall, I'm quite pleased. Maybe another long over here. I'm wondering if I should wait for confirmation. Or do I just try to anticipate it? I'm going to try to anticipate it. Okay, there we go. Entry, green line, stop loss, red. Let's see if we can... Like, I'm basically trying to play a miniature double bottom here. Miniature double bottom. How do manage your pop counts then? I just read one at a time. Okay, if that green line turns blue, I'm in. Maybe that was the move right there. Is it about to dump down through? If it does, then it is what it is. Is anybody else here? Is it just me and oh, there we go. No, so I bought like these extended monitors where you just like plug them in USB-wise. So I still have actually 3 monitors. It's pretty cool. So I keep looking right there because there's another monitor over here with the chat. And then over here I have my other time frames. Doggone it. Look at that. So close yet so far away. All right. I'm canceling that out for now. We'll see how this candle forms. If we get another hammer candle here, I might try a long down there. Hey, good job, Charles. I don't what are these? I don't even remember what they are. Acer. The brand is Acer. I don't know what they're called though anymore. But if you do like just Acer portable monitors, so far so good. I have not used them a lot. I have my sample size is, I think this is the 7th time. I think 7th time I've used them. So far so good, but again, a sample size of 7 days because I only use this when I travel. So far so good, but again, I cannot say, even with the laptop, new laptop, but the 7th time I've used it since buying it back in December. Okay, going to try a long at the blue line. Yeah. I'm long. I'll take that scalpy scalp. Very good. I don't know if I want to go back to the well anymore. Can I try again down here? I don't know. We'll see. Is that what they would... Oh, Phil just deleted it. Hey, Clay, do you always trade the 2-minute chart? Oh, I'm not only trading... Like, I have other time frames over here. Do I always trade, like, from the 2-minute chart? Yes. But if you mean that in the sense of, do you always only use the 2-minute within your analysis? No, I'm not using only the 2-minute time frame. I have multiple... I have other time frames off screen over here. Whoa, okay, now we're dropping. I need to run What are you running Thinkorswim for? What do you need to Thinkorswim? I know, woe infinity. If you ever just take our word for it, and if you give futures a try through a prop firm, you'll look back and be like, I can't believe I ever spent any time on SPY. And that is somebody where I've traded SPY before. Assuming you're now, if you're looking for paint to dry, SPY is good. But if you want movement, I think you should give it a try. I have a very strong suspicion you'll never turn back. How do you get payouts on props? You just have to meet certain standards, and then you request the money. Oh, did I really, Phil? Is that what they would call that? Like, literally, I traded a double bottom. But they would call it something all fancy? Or are you just joking around? Never used it before. Yeah, like I said, trading SPY, including SPY options, compared to futures, you'll be like, oh, that's that's so bad, Phil. Oh, talk about an overcomplication of things then. Usually 2 or 3. Because I'm always working on passing new accounts to having the stable. I do what's called the racehorse model. How is SpaceX? I don't know. We can check on it real quick. Pretty boring at this point. Overall, kind of. I mean, yeah, sure, that was a moot, but I would have thought a little bit more volatility. I don't. I've explained the racehorse model ad nauseum this week, so honestly, don't take any offense to it. For my own mental health, I don't feel like explaining it again. I've had to explain it about 30 times this week, or at least it feels that way. So again, no offense. Maybe when my brain is fresh next week, or else maybe somebody else wants to explain it to him. Is it Googleable? No. No. For the same reason, Xiaomi, no offense, but I'm mentally, I don't feel like talking about that anymore. I've talked about it a lot. Not only this stream, but like definitely this past week for some reason. Basically, in a nutshell, just because you pass an account, don't go and trade the past account. Go pass some more accounts first. That way you have multiple past accounts. And then only trade one at a time. That's it in a nutshell. The benefits and all that, I'm not going to go down all those rabbit holes right now. Silver has been around 1,000 years. And it is way more exciting than Bit Crypto. What time frame do you trade pre-market? I use the same time frames. 2-minute mainly with the 5-minute and some other ones. Ooh, all right. We're getting a bit of a bounce here. Okay. Yeah, I have been meaning to do there's been some shorts where I cover it. All right, I'm going to try. I'm short. There we go. Another little scalpy scalp there. Yeah, I mean, something like that. Yeah, up the general area, and also just because it eliminates trading scared. Because a lot of people, if they only have one, they get scared because all of a sudden they're like, oh man, I don't want to roast this thing because then I have to go through the test phase again. But if you already know you have some waiting for you, then you can stay loose while you trade. Oil came down a little bit. Now, this is where we know the market has slowed down. This candle here barely got up to 50 points. Only 50 points. But yes, this past week, a couple days ago, this would have been what? At least 150 points, probably. A size candle that big. You look shattered, Clay. Fair say, you look shattered. You look shattered, Clay. Fair A to you streaming to. Okay, we got a typo. Fair A, fair say, fair way to you, fair way. What would that typo be? Okay, it's like it's Wheel of Fortune. Solve the puzzle. Fair play to you streaming today. Fair play to you. You look shattered, Clay. Fair play to you. Yeah, I don't get it. Fair play. What? It would not surprise me if I look a little shattered. That, given I did not sleep, like I said, we took an 8-hour drive last night, tracking big storms, and then ended with the rain. Didn't get to bed until like, I don't know, 1:32. Then we had the bat flying around, and then you kind of sleep with the night. Yeah, it was a rough. Yeah. So if I look a little shattered, it checks out. I feel a little tired. He's using younger slang. Oh. Means well done. Looking shattered means well done? Oh, okay. I thought, okay. Yeah, I guess I got to get in tune with the young folk. I cannot stand that one. The cap and no cap. What are we talking about, folk? What are we doing, kids? What are we doing? Again, Shami, I love, I recommend Take Profit Trader. That is the link at the top of the screen. So that would be my answer there. Baby Gronk. You're about to YOLO, Baby Gronk? Which way you YOLOing? Maybe I'll follow you in. What's the trade plan, Baby Gronk? Where you at? I'm nearly 50. I'm in the UK. Okay, well, you just got accused of using young kid lingo, so I don't know. But I'm currently waiting on Baby Gronk to give me my YOLO plan. Oh, now my wife's even giving me a hard time. How are you feeling? Growing fangs? Babe, the chat has been giving me a hard time all day. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't say that. No comma, just a little bit of foam from my mouth. What do you got? Crazy. See, and even in my real life now, I'm getting hit. And, okay, good. Go for it, Baby Gronk. That sounds like a good plan. I want you to call up your parents right now and tell them what you did. They're going to be like, we're proud of you. Didn't you already say my eyes were turning red? I guess to be fair, they're turning more red, is what you're saying? I am due for a loss, by the way. I am on a win streak I'm in a pretty good win streak. So you might want to fade me if I take another trade. I am due for a loss. So I put my entire net worth into, yeah, good. Well, I hope you grow that 75 cents. I hope that you can turn that 75 cents into a $1.75. I wish you well, baby Gronk. Sold my car, so I have to just sit here and wait. Fantastic. Like I said, sold that car for 75 cents. You said, does anybody want to buy these? Doggone it. Nah, I wouldn't have taken it. No, it's easy to say, but no, that's not exactly what I was looking for. Yeah, it's easy to, because I know I mentioned getting short, but if I'm being honest with myself, I would not. That was not quite what I would have been looking for. Okay, what I would though, if this one's come back up here, I will take that short for a back test of the line. I am due for a loser though, so keep that in mind. But your whole, I think according to some, you'll be a millionaire at what, like next Tuesday? Okay, I am in. Okay, I guess I lied. If that was a quick $65. Thank you. Come again. Okay, now this next trade. Now I'm definitely due for a loser. I missed your call out. Short at 704. Dang, good job. I did miss that. Good for you. And all numbers there. No, trust me, bro. Congrats, trucking. Well played, sir. Congrats. That's awesome. What did you say your target was? Stop 740, target 605. Oh, no, it didn't hit your target yet. Uh-oh. No. Look at that. You didn't get filled yet. Your target is not hit. That is cruel. That is crazy. You better come down. Trucking for Dividends is a nice guy. Don't you even think about treating him that way. That's crazy. I had that yesterday where the movements would drop or move like 70 points and then just stop. Refuse to go an extra 4 points. What do you mean you closed it at 610? You said 605. What kind of dented trade plan was that? Good job. I'm good. Well played, sir. Well played. That is kind of crazy, though, when you stop and think about it. The thing moved over 80 points, almost 100 points in your favor, and then it was like, nah, just kidding. I'm not going to go another 3 points. We've come this way, but nope, I refuse to move another 3 points for you. It does, like I said, I don't want it to be, not futures is never paint drying, but it can at times get a little slower than I'd like. But I think that whatever this movement is, however you want to classify this movement, this feels more normal to me. The past couple of days, I have self-admittedly, I mean, it hasn't been a train wreck per se, but yeah, it's been hard. But I think it's been hard on most people because it's been so volatile. But this movement here, I would say is much more manageable. So I don't know if it's necessarily me doing anything differently. Well, it's not. It's just you can weather storms a little bit bigger when a storm, okay, well, let me give it a little wiggle room here. The past few days, a little wiggle room could literally have been 40, 50 points. But on today, a little wiggle room is like maybe 10, 15 points. Hey, Clay, I was hoping... Yeah. those started to lose interest. So yeah, I'm not doing the end of day top 10s anymore. Kind of lost interest. Should I go short right now? I don't know. What does your trade plan say you should do, Sam? In order for me to answer that question, that would make me a very arrogant person. How so? Well, it would mean that I think that I know your strategy equally as well as you do. But I'm not arrogant. I have no problem conceding. I have no idea what your strategy is. Therefore, impossible for me to know if you should go short. So best I can do for you, Sam, is to tell you, well, I don't know. What does your strategy say you should do? Should you go short? If yes, then go short. If no, then just sit on them hands. It really seems like it does want to make a push down through here now. I don't know, though. I am so due for a loser, though. I am so due for a loser that if you actually don't fade me, you have no edge. In fact, the edge is against you now. If you want an edge, I think you got to fade me on my next trade. If there is a next trade, we'll see. But I am on too hot of a streak right now. It's got to end here. It's got to end soon. Wait, what? Well, that's crazy. Goodness. He just texted me that period. Looks like a copy and paste, comma, but yeah, that is absolutely crazy. Well, bummer. I know. I know, Vlad. I know. I didn't know that's what it was called, but I do realize that statistically speaking, everything is an individual isolated moment. So like I hear it, but remember, I am trying to be funny, trying to add a little spice. Like if you get a spider bite, you'll have two time. Some of you are so bad at comic books. No, Batman is not Batman because he got bit by a bat. You dense. Hey, take care, junkie. I'm going to try this, though. I'm going to try a short. Essentially a bear flag here that I'm looking to try to play. Ooh, that color is poor choice. Let's see. Yellow might be a little bit more. So bear flag is what I'm looking at. And that's kind of what I'm hoping for. So your strategy is holding hope? Well, yeah, in some regards, yes. You do have to hope you're right. It's when you violated all your rules and now you're hoping that the market just bails you out from all your rule breaks. That's more so the hope that's not a good one. I know, these names. Hey, see you later, junkie. If this comes up more, I might try a long right. I'm sorry, a short right there. Okay, there we go. All right, let me just get rid of this line here. We're getting too many lines. Too many lines. I said numbers, 1570. Is that how much you're up? You said numbers? Did you? What numbers did you say? Did I miss something from your boogers? Well, glad I waited for confirmation. I did not see any numbers from you, but I'll take your word for it. Well, good job, boogers. I'm glad it worked out. Okay, now we're up. Okay, I got to stop talking. Okay, maybe we get... I'm going to try... Wow, okay. Alrighty then. Well, that was a bad thought on my part in terms of the bear pennant. However, the good news about trading is just because you have your bad thought, you can still bail yourself out. And I bailed myself out by wanting confirmation. I'm going to try that short, though, if it comes back down. All right. It is no longer cooperating. Well, hey, if you are enjoying and if... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that's cool. I have that on the... Forgot I did that for the laptop. Anyways, where I don't have to remove the banner so you can see the whole thing. Anyways, if you are enjoying the live stream, if you want to help support it, as this is totally viewer supported, so you can use code CLAY, all caps, with any of these prop firms. Whatever the firm is running promotion-wise, code CLAY, again, it's case-sensitive, all caps, will give you that discount, and that's how you can help support the stream. So help keep it ad-free, and just make sure that it continues. So if you want to save yourself some money, help support the stream, you can, kill many birds with one stone there. Code CLAY is how you can do that. So I'm going to go ahead and call it good. We have a wedding. I think it starts at 4. So we have a wedding in 90 minutes. So I got to get it all cleaned up. But I hope you all have a good weekend. Assuming everything goes according to plan, I'll be back in my home office on Monday. So we'll see you at that point. So on your way out, if you don't mind hitting that like button, that's also very helpful. And make sure to subscribe if you have not yet. Turn on notifications. I'll be back Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern, unless we get bad news about the bat. But assuming there's no bad news about the bat, then it should be back to normally scheduled programming on Monday. So take care, everybody. Have a good weekend. Like I said, code CLAY, all caps, one of these prop firms. It helps out, makes a difference. So have a good one. Take care. Have a great weekend.